China.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup special and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Come home, it's all you need. A little bit of city in the country. Sangre Grande is the place to be. DG Homes gives you luxury. Affordable, brand new. DG Homes come shining through. Step into reality, a home of possibilities. Dreams come true, it could be you. DG Homes, modern, luxurious living for all.
Looking for good quality tires? Wheels? The place to be. Racetrack Wheels. Recognized as the #1 wheel center in the Caribbean. Customer satisfaction at its best. We are the sole distributor for the top performing tires. Salem, Atrezzo, and Achilles tires. Truck and off-road tires also available. Over 2,000 different styles to choose from at our showroom. So come in and check us out today. Get your vehicle outfitted by the professional. Racetrack Wheels. 3D computerized alignment, wheel balancing, and nitrogen services provided at all 3 locations. 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Buku, Tobago, and 64 South Main Road, Chase Village. For further information, contact us at 642-1539-285-9168. You won't regret it. Better be safe than sorry, guys.
Choka! On Saturday, 4th February, at the Center of Excellence in Macoya, feel the beat of soca and chutney on one stage.
Rum on the menu, we not here to pick and choose.
I love Choka with Ravi B and Karma. Raymond Ramnaroy and Tilly the Dance. Ding dong, ding dong. Sean Marshall, Irfan House, Rakesh Yankaran, the A-Team Band, Super Blue, Trinidad Killer, Temper, Iowa George, Nessa Preppy, Jadel, and much more. General tickets, $300. VIP, all-inclusive tickets, $800. For more info, call 757-8265. Coolers in before 10 p.m. No glass bottles. Brought to you by the Massive Tank Productions in collaboration with Cardian Media.
I love Joker.
There's a new drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice, U-Juice, U-Juice. And when me drink, me get a natural boost. Tuco says 2023 is the Calypso Revolution, and you can't have Calypso without Extempo. So is the National Extempo Prelims, Monday, 6th February, 7:30 p.m. at the Kaiso Hall of Fame, home of Kaiso House by the Savannah. Then Wednesday, 15th February, 7:30 p.m. at the Grandstand Queen's Park Savannah is Kaisorama Extempo Finals. 7 finalists challenge the Monarch for the title. Get your tickets now at all Tuco offices. It's the National Extempo Prelims, Monday, February 6th, and Kaisorama Extempo Finals, Wednesday, February 15th.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Coming to the Queen's Park Savannah. It's a celebration for you. A celebration for her. Soca for her. Friday, February 3rd. Featuring with the A-Team Band. Nadia Batson and Sass. The world's biggest soca superstars.
Excellent. Here what's going on. I'm gonna be live. Who? EA, yes, me, and many more.
Special guests and surprises. Get tickets now at islandetickets.com and cash days nationwide. Soca for her. Is it beauty weather that I'm feeling so? From the time I see I want to put the work on you. Friday, February 3rd. Savannah, we coming. Soca for her.
Hitman Howie T presents his Carnival Cooler Cruise. Soca I Love. Soca I Love. Sunday, 5th February on the Harbour Master. Tell me about work in the morning, unless we talking hard work. Wine and jam, wine up on a girl. Morning, 9 a.m., sailing 10 to 2 p.m. Featuring two top soca artists with your DJs, Reese T and DJ Mikel, King Kabuki, beats by Robin and Kevin Baker, and DJ Calsong Vibes from Grand Couva, alongside the Hitman Howie T. Go try stop me, I'm professional. Early bird tickets are $150, general $200. Get them now at Bobby's Bar Europe, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Port of Spain, Sour Team, Sion's Bar San Fernando, Caliente Bar, Europe, Fats International, Trinity Mall, and Arima, Caps Bar, Europe, and Roadside Cafe San Juan. So pack those coolers and get your teams ready for Soca I Love 2023, Sunday, 5th February. From the producers of Stranded by the Pool comes another epic calendar event in Carnival. Hard, fair. No small fret, let me extend my apologies. This one will be bigger, brighter, and closer to you. Carnival Thursday, February 16th at the most tropical venue in Arima. So all soca people put your 2 1 in the air. The massive sensational Sammy Seafood Plus, Main Road, Clevo Woods in Arima, featuring some of the biggest soca artists and DJs for the season. Hurry, get your limited $200 tickets now. Tickets available at Bobby's Bar Curate, Fats International, Trin City Mall, and Arima, the new La Luna Bar Aruka, and at the venue, sensational Sammy Seafood. Gates open at 9 p.m. All coolers must be in before midnight. And we are fetting till morning. Call 752-9911 for delivery. Brought to you by the promoter of Stranded by the Pool, Sensational Sammy, and more. 104.7 FM.
Yeah, this is man Blackie. Every Thursday between 2 and 3 p.m. Big Yard Kaizo and Bacchanal with Dr. Hyde, Blackie, and 5 Star. Big show. Don't move. In the Big Yard Kaizo, 104.7 is his own station. That's Wheel Kaizo. Wheel that tune, Dr. Hyde.
Are you stressed and worried with problems? Then meet Priest Muniswamy. He is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationships, love, business, job, health, removes all negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck as well as lifelong protection. Call Priest Muniswamy now at 282-8483. That's 282-8483 for your appointment today.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Sandy Grande, the Kaizo Caravan coming! Yes, we're coming to the Majestic God, 1.25 mile mark, Oropouche Road, Sandy Grande, on Friday the 3rd of February, 2023, 8 p.m. We will be there. We coming with Johnny King, Cardinal, Scrunter, Bally, Stinger, Eunice Peters, Elon Francis, Sexy Susie, Anthony Johnson, D'Alberto, Impulse, Sheldon Nugget, Prince Unique, Tiny, Ashika Machi, Ninja, Kid Callaloo, Sayo, Slick, Young Rose, Keisha Stewart, Sweet D. There'll also be extempo by Lady Africa and Lingo, MC Golf Repair, background vocals by the Caravan Gems, music by Ricardo and the Sunshine Band. Get your tickets at the door or call 304-8090. Sandy Grande, the Majestic going on my show.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Are you disappointed by astrologers and pundits? Then meet third generational Pandit Narasimha. He uses traditional methods and gives solutions in problems like marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all negativity, black magic, bad luck permanently. Specialist in reuniting with your ex. Call Pandit Narasimha 359-3939. That's 359-3939.
The ground report. The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Who art in Zion, always be thy name.
Trinidad
and Tobago. Come on earth, thine will be done on earth.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Never know how time till me see me granny cut the toothpaste too. Where we are gonna do? I really want to know what we are gonna do. Spend a bag of money pan school fee. What that thing if the picnic no pass? Where we are gonna do? Not nice. Where we are gonna do? We suffering every day. Cause life so messed up, me brother. But where we are gonna do? Get on youth. Where we are gonna do? We work hard all week and the money where we make up is send we back at work. Where we are gonna do? Society where we are gonna do? Well I know, no for we there and some suffer long time. But we never give up, yeah we never stop trying. Cause we living in a perilous time. Dog and I'm blind a lead line up. Jah know say that system ya set away. And nobody no cater fi none away. And we pass so we want house and car. But at the prison and the earth them set fi way. We suffering every day, cause life so messed up, me brother. But where we are gonna do? Get on youth, where we are gonna do? We work hard all week and the money where we make up is send we back at work. Where we are gonna do? Society where we are gonna do? Mount that time and me priest if you run away. Left ya so and go somewhere far away. But the only reason make me no left yet. I true me not know where fi go, so might as well me stay. But me have to wonder where we are gonna do. Government tell me where we are gonna do. Me want go easy but even that I fi do. We suffering every day, cause life so messed up, me brother. But where we are gonna do? Get on you, where we are gonna do?
And annoying me in the intervening period. You know what time I get up in the morning? I go to bed between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning and I get up at daybreak. And when I get up nervous many times. Because what's going to happen to us as a people today? And all of a sudden they're concerned about debt in the country. They're concerned about who hungry. They're concerned about who starving. They're concerned about... Just give me a break. Thank you very much.
Spend a bag of money pan school fee. What that thing if the picnic no pass? Where we are gonna do? Not nice. Where we are gonna do?
Let us leave it to choice, and who live, live, and who dead, dead.
A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the code of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, we will survive together. And we agree not to breach the code of secrecy.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know?
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself, right, to make the sacrifice. to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
One of the things
People of this country are quite correctly holding this government accountable to secure the country and to make you feel safe. Right now, the Ministry of National Security is the largest single allocation in the national budget. We are losing the war against the criminal element, but to hold the government accountable, and the government must be held accountable. The country is awash in blood. There isn't a news item in this country where there isn't a good chance that a major part of the news is who killed who. We're taking the advice from you, the people, and when you have had enough of what we have done, you know exactly what to do. I was going to the Oval one evening, and I stopped as it was drizzling, and a radio station was on. And on that radio station, which wasn't my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in, a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves, called the Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty. As a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago? Election or no election. And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this.
And the money where we make up, send we back at work, where we are gonna do. Society where we are gonna do. Mount that time and me priest if you run away. Left ya so and go somewhere far away. But the only reason make me no left yet, I true me not know where to go, so might as well me stay. But me have to wonder where we are gonna do.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy. We have to wonder what we gotta do, or what we gonna do. Get the youths, or the average Trinidad and Tobago citizens, what we gonna do? Things hard, things bad, and things gain worse.
Society where we are gonna do.
This Rowley PNM different, boy. Don't the children realize that? Not so, children?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Stand your ground. Push back.
Oh boy, 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 oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check, it's approximately 18 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you the people out there in your thousands of you. A pleasant good morning to you, Trinidad and Tobago. I must say a pleasant good morning to all taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers, Channel fans, all transportation that lock on to the #1 program, the Ground Report on the morning. A pleasant good morning to you. And if anybody mopping a drop, or even if they're paying and they come in your car, and they say drive not this morning, I want to hear music, change our deck. Put them out, driver, put them out. Let me don't go through the drama this morning. Put them out! Because if them don't want to hear about the pain of the crime, the pain of bad road, the pain of the healthcare system where senior citizens can't get their medication, they want about that pain, the pain of high food prices. They don't want to hear nothing. Them people and them boy who support this government by them taking pain and they don't mind the pain of property tax coming. Oh God, boy. You know, if it was another government, this country and these people and we people would have never be taken this level of pain that are being brought upon us due to the Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and his cabinet. Not people oriented and blowing away, thieving out, mismanaging, clueless. Boy, them don't know what they're doing. And things go get worse. Let me see how long the people of Trinidad and Tobago will continue being disunited. And not unite for a better Trinidad and Tobago. We need that. And a better Trinidad and Tobago in mean if it's Indian or African day, if it's Hindu or Christian day or Muslim day, what it will mean with a better unity is that when we go to the hospitals, within 5 minutes we see a doctor. When that award we be that about 3 days, 4 days. When that award we be get bed early. All the things bad. Oh God, boy, them pothole and them all over the road. They ain't say spending money on the roads. Drainage. Boy, them people have real money. They're making real money. They're borrowing real money. They're thieving real money. But they ain't spending no money on we where Dr. Rowley is spending all his money, all we money. They were spending all we money.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know.
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity.
Next time you're talking with someone who doesn't think it's a problem that more and more of the nation's wealth and income are going to the top.
You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity.
Mention these 7 economic fundamentals. Number 1, workers are consumers. Number 2, consumer spending accounts for 70% of all economic activity in the United States. Number 3, people at the top spend a much smaller portion of their incomes than people in the middle class and below. Number 4, so when most of the economic gains go to the top, there's not enough purchasing power to keep the economy moving. Number 5, which means that in order to have sufficient demand for goods and services, a larger share of total income has to go to the middle class and the poor. Number 6, which requires a higher minimum wage, a bigger earned income tax credit, lower taxes on the middle class and the poor, financed by higher taxes on the wealthy, and stronger unions capable of negotiating higher wages. 7, these don't hurt the wealthy. It's not a zero-sum game. In fact, the wealthy will do better with a smaller share of a rapidly growing economy than they're doing now with a large share of an economy that's barely growing at all. These are the 7 economic fundamentals.
I must stop you here. I was trying to follow you, but you're losing me.
The price of fuel by 15%. I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and I raised it again by 15%. And I came back again just a few weeks ago and raised it by another 15%. They haven't rioted yet. So I might raise it by another 15% in April of next year.
Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. What's trending this morning in the news? In the newspapers? Lennox Smith, good morning to you.
Friend, are you hearing me
loud and clear?
Yes, indeed. Well, of course, you know, I hate to say it, but it is a reality. The ground report had predicted that the Reuters news, the international news that talked about the United States State Department providing a license for Trinidad and Tobago to begin the exploitation of the Dragon Field on the Venezuelan side. That news conferences and political opportunism will now abound. Well, yesterday, of course, Dr. Rowley, apparently getting the news later than us, did, of course, host a press conference on the subject specifically. And, of course, true to form, tried to extract like a typical political kobo to, of course, nip away and pick away at a skeleton that has no flesh. And that is what transpired yesterday. Called a press conference on the matter. Remember, I had said that we anticipated that any port for a storm with this administration, they have had so much bad news, and even that incident is destined, of course, to embarrass Trinidad and Tobago and the administration itself, because you're not going to get any gas from that until at minimum 2027. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it's only for 2 years, that license. And of course the other nuances that Dr. Rowley and they would prefer to ignore, because we are real. We on the ground report, we are real people, and we cannot tell you nothing else but the truth. And the fact of the matter is that not only is it for 2 years, but there is still, of course, negotiations, a tremendous amount of negotiations to take place with BP and Shell, whether or not the 2 years is sufficient, because no gas will come on average from about 2027. So we are talking about way past the 2025 inevitable elections. But nonetheless, Dr. Rowley came out there and trying, of course, to convince us that is a game changer, as he did, of course, in the past when he went to Venezuela, did some cha-cha-cha with, of course, Maduro, came back and told us it's historic, etc., etc., only, of course, to find out that nobody could have touched or even entered there because of sanctions. Of course, by the way, I must say as well that I'm sure that is either egg on her face or that she should hang her head in shame, because it was Camille Robinson Regis in the parliament who said, who the hell is Trump? Well, the government of Trinidad and Tobago had to seek permission from the United States to so that they could get the opportunity to talk that any port for a political storm talk yesterday by Dr. Rowley. So once again, it shows that they simply weren't ready. They don't know. They in an attempt, of course, to make the country believe that somehow there is something sacrosanct about the PNM and they are superior and superlative to every other party and individual. It demonstrates, of course, the level of ignorance, the level of ignoramus that are in that particular, should I say, party, for want of a better term, because if you put Hines as the Minister of National Security, certainly one is justified in making that statement. But let's get back, of course, to the Dragon Gas deal. So that Shell and BP will have to renegotiate. 2 years clearly is excuse me, it's too short a period. That's 1. 2, 3, you have to negotiate with the Venezuelans, and the Americans have made it clear because they gave a license to an American firm, and whatever energy deposits that they are extracting from Venezuela to work in Venezuela, yes, will have to go back to the United States. In other words, Venezuela is not to benefit from it in any substantive way because they are still under sanction, as you know. Yes, they have softened their position. And again, I want Trinidad and Tobago to understand the lesson here. The United States is acting in their own best interest when that has happened. If the war between Russia and Ukraine did not take place, and the Europeans, of course, as a means of punishing Russia, stopped taking gas from that country, and had to, of course, find a way to supplement it. And the United States, of course, being closely linked to the economy and the relations with European countries, no way would have America sanction this deal with, of course, or give Trinidad and Tobago any kind of leeway in that regard. In fact, I want to tell you that Trinidad and Tobago had asked for 10 years, a 10-year license, but instead they got to 2 years. And the fact that they had to ask demonstrates how limited and how emasculated in terms of intellect application and common sense in terms of this particular administration. Otherwise, a person very experienced, in my view, Camille Robinson Regis, would have never made the statement that who the hell is Trump at that point in time. But that being as it may, it means therefore the negotiations with Venezuela have to continue as well, and all of these things will take time. So people, Dr. Rowley has been handed, generally speaking, not just a truckload, not just a van load, but a whole forest of poison ivory. So he's going to boast, he's going to say that is a game changer, he's going to talk all kinds of talk as we heard him yesterday. I'm sure that we may have pieces of his statement yesterday. If not, I'll try to put it together this morning, but I'm sure we have enough time during the course of not just the rest of the week, because we have tomorrow, and then of course because they are going to be gloating, they are going to be, of course, salivating in what is considered to be a hollow victory for the administration, and any port for a storm in terms of good news for them. But I suspect that the United States under an abundance of caution and wants to see how this thing develops. It means, therefore, that the United States will now have the opportunity to scrutinize Trinidad and Tobago a little more, because, of course, we know that they know. And in fact, I have written to the State Department on the matter with respect to Delcy Rodriguez, because, as you know, Andy, I did, in fact, immediately after we got wind of the Delcy Rodriguez and delegation from Peter Vista visit here in Trinidad on a private plane, that too was sanctioned. And of course, there are certain developments that are taking place as far as that is concerned. But the information to the United States, they are fully aware of the conduct of this government. There is, of course, the whole issue of Paria purchasing, claiming to purchase shipment of gasoline, but was supposed to be destined for Aruba, but ended up in Venezuela, contrary to American sanctions. So we know now that in spite of all of the boasting by Dr. Rowley and members of his administration, that they had to seek permission of the United States in order to get a license for internationally recognized organizations in the upstream arena. I'm talking about, of course, BP and the Shell. They would not have worked at all unless that kind of assurance and authority was given. So we have a number of issues here, but I want to tell people once again, do not take Dr. Rowley's statement of utopia and euphoria more than what it is. It is merely an opportunity for the United States to scrutinize better Trinidad and Tobago, and they only have 2 years, and that entire exercise may take about 4 to 5 years. So we are still in line in terms. Do not, of course, be deterred. Do not, of course, believe that somehow Dr. Rowley and his administration can benefit or in any way salvage some kind of political opportunity, because that is what they would want to do moving forward. But we must be steadfast. They are a criminal enterprise under a criminal enterprise. They have deceived the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They have mismanaged, and all of these factors are still relevant in this circumstance. Do not for 1 minute believe that this is a game changer of sort that Rowley and others would like to make you believe. It is merely America seeking their own interests, as Trinidad and Tobago ought to have when, of course, they went to the OAS and voted against a sanction for Venezuela. So the Americans will now have an opportunity to greater scrutinize the conduct of this administration along those lines in terms of our foreign policy. Andy, I don't think I've consumed a lot of time there, but I thought that this was a major game changer, and I needed, of course, to take some time on it. Any questions or any other thing?
No, not so far, man. Oh boy, so Trinidad and Tobago, the lines are open. We want to hear what's your front burner. Time check, as promised, it's 36 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you the people out there in your thousands. What's on your front burner? What you need to bring to the table to us this morning that Trinidad and Tobago needs to know? The numbers to call, 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120, or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053, 366-3053. While the lines are opening there, second man appear in court for murder of 6-year-old. Oh boy, not only forgetting that the Alsing say no spark in COVID, 19 deaths alone. Nice. Oh boy. Gonzalez. Gonzalez say no.
That talk.
Yeah,
please.
Just
take it with a control assault, because that is the opposite that is taking place. It's 500 new cases already. People, be careful for Carnival. Wear your mask, and of course, disassociate yourself from large crowds.
Nice. Gonzalez say no sabotage behind transmission line rapture. Oh boy. The ministry launches new digital service for pensioners. Well, all they know, digital service only launching long time, but it just can't go up at all. Them still using copybook. Oh boy.
These fellas are cavemen, you know. I mean, they took away laptops from children, you know. So you know that that is only superficial, superfluous, and will never come on stream in the time that they're saying or the way that they are promoting it. So we know the government must change in order for real digitization of the country to take place.
Nice. A woman killed in accident on Ryson Road. Oh boy, parts of central Trinidad without water Wednesday and Thursday. Right, parts of central Trinidad will be out of water Wednesday and Thursday, and that going on. Oh, boy.
That is all part of the eastern part of the country. Also, La Hokata, etc. 7 days a week and so on. No water. And for the first time, we are hearing complaints in East Port of Spain as well. No water.
Nice. Oh boy, Dr. Wons be the man. And we go regional Caribbean news here. Just a little fast snippet. The Dr. Wons be the man. He could lose his leg. Not only that. Right there in Jamaica, dispute over paternity tests allegedly led to the Jamaica triple murder. Ladies, only be careful out there.
Yes, if you know that the man did not impregnate, please don't claim.
Yeah, but how do you know if it is they sleep at 2 man 1 6 o'clock this morning and the next one 8 o'clock?
Paternity test will do that, and I suspect that is what transpired here.
Right, but
a paternity test will determine who.
Yeah, but remember they had to. It can't reach paternity test if they have a man and die the man. Why it have to reach paternity test then? Understand? So anytime it reach paternity test,
listen. Yeah. The man may know what is happening and therefore ask for a paternity test as a consequence of a child being born out of the relationship, presumably.
Yeah, all right, but then what you supposed to say is that here where it is. If it is all you know, all your sex, because hey, remember that it take 3 days or whatever. You listen, no, just so. All you have sex with somebody in the morning, all you have it on the evening right after. All you have sex 6 o'clock in the morning, and by 9 o'clock, all you having sex with a different man. Right? All you had it unprotected. These fellas and them, well, all you know what talking about all the seniors and all, right? So they did that. You're living with a man, all you know your man, you die, your bread and butter, dies your security. You marry the man, or whether you ain't married the man, you living with the man, you're coming out with the man, or where it go. And you know deep in your heart you're unsure who child. On that low, try to get your own paternity test now, Jed. Because don't let it reach where the man black and the child come out red, and the man had to say, hey, I hear things, you know. I hear that Bluetooth on down the road there, you know. You used to go and check out and say, alignment by Bluetooth sister. That Bluetooth child? No, baby, no. Baby, that yours, it's only you. All right, let me get a paternity test. Record show that this child of yours in the court of the Gong report shows ding. Bluto is the father of that child. What? Pow. That is how it will be. That is how it will get. Not with everybody. So ladies,
and in most cases, and the person who would have been in such a situation wouldn't want the other party to know, because usually, of course, it's the male who would know. But certainly, as you rightly said, out of an abundance of caution, please check it out. But even if they check it out, and the intention is to continue the illusion, the delusion, the deception, well, of course, they suffer the consequence.
One day it go burst.
Yeah.
But even if I saying to check it out, I still give all out based on, at the end of the day, better all you know, and based on all you know who is all your husband or your man or whoever, and know how to get out it quick. Better all I telling all you. Than all you.
Yeah. That's out of an abundance of caution. Yes. Yeah. You do that, and you know, so therefore you could strategize better than if, of course, you're tempted to leave it in limbo. And the next thing, the dangers that would ensue as a consequence of the other party insisting that such a scientific approval or certification takes place, and then, of course, all hell break loose, possibly in such circumstance.
But let me now tell you all the right thing. I just give you a little strategy. I just give you a way out. But let me tell you all the ways the right thing now, because getting all a strategy and getting all a way out is making all want to do that. The real strategy to that is bread. If all know all lying down with a man, all husband, all lying down unprotected, stay with one partner. Boy, that for the students that are mature enough, sex education supposed to be taught in schools. Gone is the days when they go tell you that an airplane impregnate your mother and this and that. No boy technology. All you don't get tired of them children, them know exactly what is sex. Remember, yes. I tell all of that. And Lennox Smith as a teacher.
Promiscuity is not an option in such circumstance because the results could be very deadly. And of course, you're quite right, Andy. The technology available to them, smartphone, etc., you cannot hide it from them at all. They will play the stupid. They will play they don't know. But bet your bottom dollar they are aware, and therefore, of course, that should be a topic for consideration or uppermost on the front burner in schools, even at the primary level.
Nice. And if I could go back and teach Dr. Rowley that today Sharon Rowley alone would have high churn on them. We're laughing for Lennox Smith, me understand that.
You want me to say something to get the station in trouble? Not me, you know. You could only get that on the corridor transformation up to last night, people. Plain, unfettered, unadulterated. You just tune into the corridor transformation from 8 o'clock, and you will get everything raw and direct.
So it falls on men too, men too. It falls on men too. Many men just drop the ball, and that's why it is marriage and come along is get outside cheering and all them kind of thing. Many men just drop the ball. But oh God, all here we need to pinch we ears, learn we lesson, and the same lesson in which it is we trying to teach the woman, we men have to take heed of the same lesson. Because women don't like it when they see they get outside cheering and thing, you know. You see how Sharon Rowley end up getting a nice boyfriend. Remember the man is escort and she get good with the man, which is the policeman, that nice Indian fella. And you know, they just was good, you know, you start to lay chats and thing while you on the move and whatever, you know. Them thing now, men to you men, will make you all ladies look for man as friend.
And of course, people, we are not talking idle talk. It was Dr. Rowley himself in a public meeting, of course, talking to his converted, the PNM, who said that he could take a horn. However, he ain't gonna beat up nobody or he ain't gonna kill nobody if he get a horn. So we are not talking idly here, and we are not being mischievous. That, of course, has been. And that is in the public domain.
Yeah, he showed that for Anil Roberts.
He has confirmed.
He showed that for Anil Roberts.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He directed that at Anil Roberts because he's assuming, in other words, that Anil Roberts might have, of course, committed some kind of orchestrated some kind of damage for somebody that might have been in competition with him for what he considered to be his.
And Anil answer back good. I was the horner, not the horny. That's what you say.
Well, yeah, if you say that he was the horner man or he who did the horning, well, say what. But of course, it is not strange for Dr. Rowley to take up a topic like that because that is how perverted this man is in terms of his thoughts, and we have seen that, of course, not good for what I consider to be children consumption, and as an exemplar and
exactly.
one that is supposed to be directing the moral and ethical standards and value systems that we have grown up on in this country. But there we have it. But thank God 2025 will come, and thank God the people of Tobago, where he was born and nurtured, and his should I say early days will have been created and nurtured, and his personality and character developed. I know that Tobagonians don't like that because it is not a nice thing having regard to this Prime Minister and his conduct on moral and ethical matters. But I suppose they have justified themselves by ejecting him politically, at least in the last THA elections, 14-1, devastatingly destroying the PNM in the process in Tobago.
So true. Just two more quick Trinidad and Tobago, but one is very important because today The ground report and researcher, we're going to be sending a warning to First Citizens Bank today. Today, we'll be sending a very serious warning to First Citizens Bank. But before I go there, on that part, former TNT journalist, now commerce officer of Royal TCI Police Force. Right, but the next headlines, snippet in Caribbean news. Usain Bolt, and this going to link with why we, Trinidad and Tobago people, who owns First Citizens Bank, we talk about Baruta. We talk that about First Citizens Bank. How much money we pay for little assets. The people who import no money, boasting and coasting about how much assets they have. On top of that, First Citizens Bank having to be continuously lending Baruta big loans. We had to send a warning, especially this. After this, we want to use this as a pet subject and to go into why we have to send the warning to First Citizens Bank. Usain Bolt's lawyer gave SSL 10 days to return missing millions. And I'm sure you have an idea that story, Lennox Smith. Today they're trying to push that on a small girl down the ladder that gone with 10 million US. Boy, hey, all you go understand. And because at the end of the day, Trinidad and Tobago government, First Citizens, we have been making plenty investments in Jamaica. The same Jamaica that huff and puff. Usain Bolt money gone. Pow! So we'll dig into that a little later on. So let's go to the lines. Sorry about that. Time check, it's about 9 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. The lines are open. For those of you who have the numbers, you all know the numbers. Again, the numbers to call 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120 or WhatsApp call us at 366-3053. 366-3053. And I will, and we need to, Lennox Smith, advocate and continue to advocate very, very serious, despite of some people religious belief, but in their religious belief, their kids have gadgets that are open to real thing. We need sex education at an early level. Let me don't be mixed in our schools. Go ahead, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Calling from South. Reference the Dragon deal, right? Our constitution doesn't have a provision for local content. If you like how Guyana have this provision for local content where the country will benefit a little more on its people.
We had that. Boy, I'm glad you mentioned that. We had that, and P&M moved that.
Well, this is the next thing here now.
But go ahead, no, explain it, let the people know. Explain what it is you're talking about, local content, and what local content does and whatever. Explain it so you will educate the people. Go ahead, caller.
Well, this one here now, this local content, the country benefits from the proceeds or whatever being extracted from the Trinidad and Tobago, right? And the people could get employment, etc., like communities, etc. It's give and take, but the country benefited have more like 70%, 80% more to benefit off it, right? But here's the next thing too. With this present deal, with this license what we got from the US, there are clauses in it for if we make an adjustment to the constitution to have a provision for local content now. We wouldn't know what the deal was. Something was something, and based on this, I would assume that the states would get the majority of the shares or whatever deal that took place here based on giving the license. That's how these things work. Somebody's getting majority, somebody's getting minority. So we don't know what really went on. So we have to also look at the outcome of this whole thing now. 5, there's the next general election. Now, you also have to look to see if, let's say, a new government comes in. Would they be fulfilling the same? Will it have a provision where they could, a clause where they could make a modification to the contract or this deal what took place?
I want to believe it may be able to be possible, you know. Again, here why may be able to be possible. Guyana technically under Granger them was giving away the gas. This new president come in and the new administration where they was trying to thief and counting over ballot and thing help. They start to make adjustments to see if how much more Guyana could benefit from the non-profitable deal that was made with So I hope that it have that, but anything beside on Rowley and this PNM, when it comes to we the people benefiting, well boy, I don't think it have any local content. I don't think it have anything there for we to benefit. Remember, it's not about we benefiting. It's about the making the rich richer in order for them to create opportunity for the poor. But you go ahead, partner.
And if I may quickly, caller, yes, Guyana has a very local content system. So much so that Trinidadian investment in Guyana, that has been a central concern because they insist that when people come and exploit their country and leave, at least the people in Guyana itself could continue the business and be more edified and informed to carry on such businesses. So as far as Guyana is concerned, I know that there's a robust local content element. I don't think it's the case here.
Go research it by the time there, Guyana local content, and go back to what was our local content and bring the evidence to them on who destroyed our local content by the time Lennox Smith. Caller, you have anything you want to finish here? You go ahead.
This thing, well, this is what Parliament is there for, where democracy and debating takes place. You have independent senators, you have the opposition, them should be shaking to have adjustments to the constitution, you understand? They should be shaking this place and rattling up this place fit. Look, you're going to install a new president. Now you're going to make laws now, and this president here now, which is through the electoral college here now, is going to have to want to sign off on everything here now. And so any bill pass, anything passed through Parliament, the president going to sign off on it because it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So again, constitutional reform, Mr. Amar fighting for, this is the way forward here, you know, and they put in your local content, etc. to aid and assist the country, because when you check it out, next 10, 20 years from now, we always 80, 90 years, we on the way out, you know, but the churn is the ones who are going to feel this crunch here now if you don't fix it, you know. Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Next caller.
Andy, that's a well-informed caller, because when he talks about constitutional reform and referendum, I think that he is on the ball. I think the other issue that he raised was the whole question of how whether a new government coming into office will pursue that particular agenda. Well, yes, the UNC was in fact, when they were in office between 2010 to 2015, were in fact talking with the Venezuelans, and I'm sure, I don't speak for them, but I'm sure that they will make an announcement pretty soon as to their approach. But I don't think the UNC will. It will be in the interest of UNC to scuttle that. I think they will pursue it, maybe with some adjustments, but certainly when they get into office, they will have to pursue that because of the shortage of gas for Point Lisas in particular in Trinidad and Tobago. Go
ahead, caller. Morning, caller. What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning to the Ground Report. Lennox, Mikey, Andy, and Koff. Morning. And Andy, this is where we have to keep the thing. You see where the government focuses on the expenditure? Is that what destroying this place, you know? The government don't have people centered in the expenditure. You understand? And when we start to dabble into how much money this government spends, just imagine, right? We operating with a government that 2 politicians take money and went and purchase boats in this country. This is what we're working with as a people and trying to save here. We can't save here. They have clauses, they have protocols along spending state funds. Look how they're coming out with the TNSEC business. Everybody wants to brush this under the table. Government owes government money, but instead of you trying to get money out of government ministry, you trying to tax the population more in order to get money. This government right now, my brother, let me tell you, we have to keep discussing where our money is spending. In this crisis here, why this government make such a contract with private citizens to be renting places. We sell oil in this country at the highest price under Patrick Manning. We've built a government campus. That is the whole, every ministry that the government owns. We have no right to be paying for no building. Crash that system and keep that money. But you know why? It's all about friends and family and the ones we know to be calling, and this one calling it down. And don't keep your eye on the pie. You see the pie where they cut it up and eat it and sharing we out? We have to stay talking about that. Where they spend money, Lennox, every day. Look and see where the government spending money, and you, the opposition, tell us the same thing too, because let me tell you something, opposition. If you should ever take office here in this country, the policies that we PNM for the past 7 to 8 years, we are not accepting that from no government at all. Because I know you all is going to put this administration to the test and make sure misbehavior in public office is no more. And I want to close by saying this. To the people who like to call the UNC thief and this and that, and they don't want to give the UNC an next opportunity, although they tax like us, you're not coming up with a policy to stop taxing Indians. You're taxing everybody across the board, but you want one ethnic group to be in charge. No, that is not so. And I want to say before I go, what Basdeo Pandey was arrested for in this country, people, find out what he was arrested for and find out if there's any more politicians like that in this country to face the same fate of Basdeo Pandey. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you very much. Next caller, morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Hello, good morning. I'm calling from Pitty Valley. Good morning to Lennox, Andy, Mighty K-Cup. Lennox, people of Trinidad and Tobago, do you all remember the statement? What utter foolishness. Every time PNM comes into office, the murder rate increases. I wonder if that politician, if you have a change of heart, because last night there was 3 more murders in this beautiful country of ours. Lennox, Andy, do you all remember 2-3 weeks ago when it came out that the scanners are not working, or there's only one scanner working and containers are not being scanned? Colin Imbert said that this country is the only country that's scanning so many scanners. America not doing it, here not doing it, there not doing it. Yesterday, Imbert now informed the public that they're going to bring 4 scanners into the country to scan containers. You can tell what is really happening with these people. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're saying.
It have a piece of money there now, Pitty Valley. Imbert make sure. What's my things going slow? Because again, them government ministers, the people who thieving we out, have to make sure whatever deal come. You see like how these scanners go come? All of the talk, all where they talk as you're rightfully saying. Yeah. And it's for Imbert make our money, we make one of the people make our money, so hey, it could come now, we could bring it now, because the right people gain the money for it.
Yeah, my final point, Lennox, thanks for informing me this morning about this big gas deal that America got Trinidad. Okay, Lennox, I was by next week, gas was starting to flow into the country. But now here's a 2-year contract to get. So I don't know what
how they going to do that, boy? It will take 2 years for gas to start a pump, and in 2 years the contract done.
Yeah.
Poison ivory.
You have to put a line there, and you have to put a line somewhere for the gas to start to flow in Trinidad. So by the time they're done sign up all the papers, the 2 years contract finished. On that way, Dorothy. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Oh boy. Hey, Mr. Clarence and Faye, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution?
I'm calling from 12, gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. You must come to understand the conclusion that very early this morning, before the sunrise, the battle has started. And the Media Association must come to the conclusion if one reporter or journalist is offended or targeted, they must stand in solidarity that no other journalist they should be fair and unbiased in their reporting. We as a people, we have to stand together in unity and understanding for justice righteousness, and will defeat them with truth, righteousness, and justice, and with fear. They cannot defeat us, because united we stand, and together they can never defeat us or destroy us, because we are the majority, and the media have to report to the majority. That is their duty. So there's no surrender in this fight. The battle and the war will continue till we clear the way, and we continue moving forward, venturing forward to fulfill our mandate and our purpose. We must be strong and vigilant, be alert and be aware. Back to back, we will win this battle. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Pleasant good morning to all.
Yes, good morning. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from the West.
The West. Go ahead, Mr. West.
My contribution right here, that's right?
Yes, yes.
You tell the people you could only pay them 4% raise over the period of 2013 to present, right?
Yeah.
You can't make nothing more. You can't pay them 12, you can't pay them 15, they will get 4.
Yeah.
Now you're coming to tell us the 4 that you're giving us or promise us, we can't get it now. So better they just give us what is due to us, which is about, let's say, 12 to 15%. And I would have wait on 12 to 15. Then they give me next to nothing, 4%, and I can't get it. That would be real. But I know it's the problem. You see the pie that they're cutting up, if they give us what is due to us, it could be a smaller portion for them to thief.
That is truth.
Yes.
What they're taking from you to give others, and you're correct with that.
And this nation is a failed nation because we're not going to stand up for nothing. Sorry to say. We fail bad because we accepting whatever they shove down our throat. And like the old people they say, you pin on my back and they tell me rain falling. Have a blessed morning all.
Thanks so much, caller. You sound like a first time caller. Thanks so much for being part of the ground report. Morning caller.
What the government has done is refer it to our committee to look at it. They prefer that rather than using part of the windfall and just give the people maybe a 2% more as the case may be, and that should satisfy the trade unions. Everybody win.
Bye. Again,
prepared to do that.
don't put nothing past this taxing, lying, thief, and P&M, wicked, devilish, evil, not people oriented or friendly. Or this government different, understand? Go ahead, caller. Rowley different, and don't get up. Morning. Morning, caller. Where calling from? Yes. Morning.
Cuba Research. Andy.
Go ahead, Cuba Researcher.
Morning, Lennox. Me and Lennox had some good conversation last night on the ground report. Right?
On corridor transformation.
Right, yeah. I just want to highlight a few points based on what I'm hearing from the program this morning, right? They're talking about the crime. We talking about the crime, right? Can we say that the independence of the police what is causing some of this crime? Can we say that?
Hold on. First, use Amanda's flow and your own radio in the background throwing you off. So you need to listen in your phone and turn on your radio.
Lower the volume on your radio. It's
throwing you off. You ain't flowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we see
right.
Nice.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Me now?
Yes, go ahead, Cuba Researcher.
Right. So we see that Rowley interference in the independence of the police, right? The police service. Like when he went and in bringing these foreign people to investigate the police and the Susu money thing, right? When we see he intercept the list from the president, right? And then we see that he have other interference with the police. Is it the reason why the police not showing this interest into the security system of the country? Because the prime minister is interfering with the independence of the police, and so it's just as they're just there as police. So the second thing is now we're looking at the East-West corridor from Chagaramas to Arima. The majority of the people are the bottom of the hill, the bottom of the hill.
You can't stop a Rima partner. Is Shagaramas to Grandi, Toko, yeah, that's the corridor.
Right, to Grandi, to the last point now.
Right, because them ain't getting things bad there. Yeah, go ahead.
No, what we see now, we see like a trend of the crime. Most of the crime is taking place, right? And it's I don't want to say it's a crime area. I don't want to label the people as no criminal or anything, right? But the question is, where are these people getting these weapons from? Where are the people getting these guns from? Number two. Number three is the government said that they know all the crime gangs on them. All the leaders, all the family, everything. So if the government have all this information, then they know exactly who is the people who perpetrated this crime and have this country upside down. Why they are allowing it? Right? Because they can step in and stop it. So are these gangs working for the government? That is the next one. It's just a question asking. Right? The third factor I was talking about the constitution. Right? Based on how this country is situated right now, the present reality right now with this government, right, and the way they change up this constitution and change things to suit them, right, this country now has to take a different tone in the sense that everybody has to come together, everybody, all group, all activists have to come together to put one government in power, and to give that government a constitution majority to fix the constitution, so we could get proportional representative, we could get legislative representative, and we could get also referendum into the constitution. Because if we don't do this, we just be spinning top and mud in this country. We calling about everything and talking about everything, but the most important thing is we need a constitutional reform, and we need to get a government inside there with the majority to do that. Plus, we need to get them to put the constitutional reform at the peak, at the agenda.
So you're saying whoever is the next government, get them a constitutional majority, which is a 3/5 majority, in order to make changes to the constitution. Go ahead.
Right, that is what we have to work on, and we have to get everybody, all parties on board. It's not like race and thing. Everybody has to be one to get that. If we don't get that, then we constitution going to keep just flipping over, and we going to anyway. No.
We will be spinning top and mud. Oh boy, Kuva researcher, thanks so much. Next caller. All of the lines are open. Let me give you all the numbers. We want to take as much calls as possible because we want to touch into a lot of different things. The numbers to call for all new callers. Let me give you all the number. Write it down. We don't even write it down. Put it on your phone. 229. So slow. 229 0251. 229 0251 or 239. Yes, that's 239. That's the next number, man. So 239 5120. 239 5120. Will give us a WhatsApp call. Yes, a WhatsApp call. We'll send your WhatsApp voice notes one time at 366 3053. 366 3053. Hey, no longer I hear from a gas researcher. I'm here with my gas researcher, energy researcher to tell me this morning.
Good morning to you, Lennox and Mikey.
Morning.
No, this thing with
researcher.
Right, this thing with the dragon gas, right?
Go ahead, gas researcher.
A report from the U.S. Treasury Department said that the U.S. Treasury is the one who issued the license to Trinidad and Tobago for gas exploration in Venezuela, right? Secondly, it said that Kamala Harris was the one who had held talks with Caribbean leaders on the high energy prices and that the Caribbean is suffering because they cannot afford to pay for high energy. Thirdly, that's why they decided to allow the license for Trinidad and Tobago to explore natural gas in Venezuela because they said that Trinidad and Tobago natural gas production is dwindling, which means the report said that we don't have much gas, right? Thirdly, they said that Trinidad and Tobago cannot pay Venezuela any money for the gas. The money has to go to the United States, right? The money has to go to the United States, and probably they will pay Venezuela. They said they will be monitoring this deal with Trinidad and Venezuela very, very closely to see if any, like if they, like what they're trying to say, that to see if Trinidad will try to pass money to Venezuela for the gas. Yes, we're going to export for gas in Venezuela, but we cannot pay money directly to Venezuela. The money has to deal with the United States. Will probably, we send it to them, and they will pay it, or probably we have to set up an account with the US and Venezuela, where we will go to the account, and then Venezuela will receive the money, because what Joe Biden has said, that they're trying to eliminate the corruption between Nicolas Maduro and world leaders. And next thing, they said that why they allow it, because they are asked Maduro to speak to Juan Guaido, and they need to discuss for general election to be held in Venezuela, because they insist that this election with Maduro is illegal, and they do consider it. So that is how they bend a little bit through Kamala Harris, and they allow us to get the license to mine gas in Venezuela, because Maduro had this held discussion with Juan Guaido. So this development, we have to watch it closely. Later, my brothers.
Yeah, that's my
The
understanding.
Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
More FM 4.7.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go to the lines. Let's go to the lines, caller. Oh boy.
I need just
I
go ahead, because just saying that America want to help.
Good morning,
Europe as
Andy.
well.
Good morning
Go
to
ahead.
the Ground Report team. Locked on, some kinds of on a road. Yes, Andy, I like that. I like to hear when all they come on early.
Yes, thanks, Lennox. You answer me early, boy. Never be on Lennox. We ought to say we glad Mikey.
Right. Don't be
Lennox
me.
always around. It's Mikey. Ought to be on but Mikey come out this week. All right. We'll be watching him all day. We're watching him close. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, caller. Go ahead. All we be taking as much calls, caller. Go ahead. All they stop complaining. We ain't answering the lines. We answering lines when we tell them all they call. Or they taking long. Go ahead.
Andy, good morning. I've been trying a long time.
Yeah, so where calling from, caller? Where calling from?
I'm calling from Diego Martin, Bagatelle, boy, your hometown.
Hey, Bagatelle, Diego Martin. Yes, boy. What going on up there in Bagatelle, Diego Martin, partner?
Well, boy, same old. The PNM have us, so they could cheat us out they want.
So them in Bagatelle and environs, they still love the PNM, boy?
Boy, you can't tell them anything. I talk to a man. I tell him all the guy increase in all his pension. He tell me yes. It seems like he's the only man get the increase. He right there. And the boy, I tried to convince him and I talked to the man. The man said, well, he's not a dictator, he's an autocratic. I said, what's the difference between a dictator and an autocratic? I said, autocratic making decisions on his own. A dictator setting up and control everything that set up to control him so that he have a free reign. Anyhow, Andy, what you have to realize in Trinidad and Tobago is that Constitution was written by politicians for the benefit of politicians, not for the benefit of the citizens. Because if you look at it, we have in place a constitutional dictator. It is just that previously we have had as Rowley in the position to take advantage of all the loopholes in the Constitution. The Prime Minister is everything. He controls the appointment of the Commissioner of Police, the appointment of the President, who controls the appointment of the independent. If the President is a creature of the government, when that President appoints independent senators in inverted commas who are favorable towards the government. We see it. Independents always supporting the government because they are singing for their supper. In Trinidad and Tobago, what we need is constitutional change. President should be independent. I ask the question, why isn't it that we have a president running on their own for the post of president? Why? We shouldn't have the government selecting the president who is supposed to be independent. We shouldn't have that. And this whole thing is just the population is being fooled to think that they are independent institutions. It's just that the Rowley has now made the invisible hand visible. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much to the people of Diego Martin, Bagatelle and environs. Oh boy, Green Hill Village, hey, Coffee Road, Rich Plain, Patna, Cerulean Road. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gopal Avenue, Mahogany Terrace, Blue Basin. When they come out of that bubble down there, the PNM don't like we. All they know, I was a PNM. Oh, everybody know that down there. And when I see what my PNM doing to me, or we, I say, no, me ain't taking that kind of pain. I better somebody who I don't know, do me. But who know me doing man because you know me, you do me and I taking you because you, just the fact you know me and you doing me. Me ain't taking that at all. Let me go to the lines. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Hey, good morning, trying to be calling from the Martin, the West Bagatelle.
Welcome!
I know you have Bagatelle man call.
But I call you
I know you have Bagatelle man call.
Yeah, but what?
I hope that Bagatelle man who call move just like you. I find it song like if you go move like you, man, because a lot of them hoodwink down here, you know. A lot of them hoodwink. And it's been a while haven't come and the Ground Report.
Teddy, it's sounding like Bagatelle people, they go Martin people, like they. It's sounding like this time they get fed up on the PNM? Or how they find?
I decided myself that only one person call and talk about the government like that down here. I don't hear no such
No, but we had a PT Valley call this morning too. Right? No, but we had a PT Valley call, right? They go Martin. That under they go to PT Valley and all them places. Where they call from Richmond.
I just have few people, but I want to hear the masses, especially Bagatelle environs here, Second Street, First Street, all up the road. I want to hear the whole environment start to talk about this government who being cruel and wicked to me, boy. I don't want to hear one and two caller like myself and thing, boy, because sometimes when I calling and I talking for the people, I just feel like standing alone. Like how you used to be, because I get all the rundown about you, you know. You're a man used to stand alone and fight, you know. You understand? And when they couldn't take you because you realize what was going on and you switch alliance, you see you were gone. You had to leave and go show us. But anyhow,
it's bullets.
Really calling to let people.
It's bullets.
Well, that one show you
there. They say shut. That's what they say. They say shut or be shut.
Right.
They say shut your mouth.
So that's why sometimes I just try to be a little mindful of our talk. But anyhow, what I want to say for the longest while I've been trying to get on since last week, boy, and problem because you know the internet.
Anyhow, right now I base in Grandia. It's Grandia I base.
Well, all right. Right, my brother. I like
right,
that.
So you go ahead and make a contribution.
Now, here what's going on. I for everything that was taking part for the past 2 weeks that was going on the program, it's just I wasn't getting in. I listen every day and hear everything. Here what's going on with me now. I also there standing in solidarity with Amar anytime already, dog. You understand? Right? But what I really wanted to call to make people understand, and yesterday I was listening to the program and Lennox Smith was making some statement and I sent a voice message there so that the correct calling number, because you know we radio station, the number one station in Trinidad and Tobago 104.7 is the number one station to bring the current affairs and this program. You understand? So here what's going on. Trinidad and Tobago, yes, the government did delay on this stipend or whatever they said was going to give the pensioners and the disability people and thing. I don't know if everybody get it, but some people get it, Andy. I don't know if everybody get it. Some people get it. And the reason why I can say that is because you know my trend mother is a disability person. She's got epilepsy and all kind of thing. And she under that welfare business. And she did collect the $1,000. It's just that she had to wait until the 1st of February to change it. It come in email when I think it's quite sometime last week day. So I don't know if everybody get it, right? And we always have to make sure that this radio station stay on point and on par and bring the truth to the people, because the reason why I sent that voice message, because I didn't want it all to go on and on stating that the government promised this senior citizen this and didn't get it. And it has some senior citizens who have listened to this program, know to get it, but when calling and verify and how they're going down the wrong road. I is a true patriot and I want to bring back all the online and make sure they go down that road. Because you know this station has bring truth and righteousness to everybody, right? Get that out of the way. Here what's going on with me down here in this Diego Martinez constituency. All kind of construction going on across the board here. All of a sudden the Prime Minister coming and start to play talking about building up the road and paving the road, and this will be going on in other constituencies and all kind of thing. Look how long the road is problem. Look how long people mashing up the car. You understand? I have a big hole right now on the main road. The people that have be breaks in. And all they want to play, all they come and tell mama guy people and play, all they trying to come and fix road and pave road and we call it no election close and thing. But we don't know all them tricks and them. You know. I don't know if the rest of the Gomate people understand what's going on with all they here, you know. But I don't know all this payroll. All they stole away Christmas from the little young children and them. All they stole away everything from people in this society, in this country here. You understand? And I don't want to see all they pave no road. I just want to come to this mid office. Leave we, let we live, let we strive. This country needs to strive right now. And once this PNM government, this present PNM government in power, this country will never strive. We will always be suffering. It will always have the murders. It will always have the robbery, because here what's going on. There's not oriented people. They don't care about us. If they had care about us, they would not send them so much our workers like myself. They would not have people under pressure and depression, and this country that runs smooth. I want to say good morning to Mr. Denzel in New York there. I know he's a dialysis patient. I hope everything is well and thing with you. And now get my little connection, so probably you might hear me today. Everything is going well. I dropped the thing for the guy. And I want to say thanks for giving me to be an entrepreneur. I want the nation, I want Trinidad to know that Mr. Denzel, that living quite in New York there, this government, this government sent home so much our workers. And Mr. Denzel is a man that provides certain things for me so that I can sleep about and maintain my family. I talk about work-wise. He make me a business person for myself now. So I'm working for myself right now. It didn't kick off fully. In a time, I will only know Andy what it is. I will only know what he set me up with, what kind of business he put me in, so that I could able to help and maintain my family now, but still pay a little bills. You understand? So I want to say
don't say that too hard. Don't say that too hard yet. Get everything in order. Start off, then talk. It are people, especially people in Bagatelle environment, who know you're fighting PNM. Right. They might put set up a spokes in your wheel, you know. So shh. Right. Do you do? Start your scenes. Then come and tell me, hey, we need all this. I only come and get any support here, there, or however you go.
Right.
So stay quiet.
Right. Bless the Lord. But I get in there, my brother. I get in there.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
And that is good advice to him, because Jawala faced that as well. He was getting a work with one of the international lending agencies. I think it's the World Bank. And they asked him for a recommendation. Well, boy, like it was a poison letter. He never get any work. so, my friend, that is good advice coming from him. And of course, I myself had the experience. One time, of course, my Time Life gave us, say they could donate $25,000 to us. And I go and make it public. Well, boy, the man tell me on the day they can't give us again, they will get it in material. Why? Because the Prime Minister office call and say, how come only give it that organization? I know I have always been at the core of this administration, whether it's this one, at least the PNM, because of the nasty and of course incompetence and exploitation of the people of Laventille.
So true. All of the lines are open. You see the kind of smart callers and then we have here. Oh boy, everybody just give some very, 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 very good contributions. Let me go through here and say what WhatsApp voice notes. Send all the voice notes, please. All right, let me just clear these voice notes and them there quick, boy.
partner for Malik. This is your partner for Malik, David, Sammy, Jackson, Sammy, brother. Andy with them, if I get a little walk boy, Andy, I will see my way in that boy, I will walk on my side on here. I borrow money while I can cut people, please, and the money if I get my own walk boy, Andy, boy. I can help myself, boy. I know Dentical help me from America, I know Dentical help from America. Dentical from America, have a better person, he is a good soul. He is a good soul. Have a best day.
Wow, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What else? What other voice notes? So let's send all the voice notes for those of you who shy. Yeah, well, it isn't called, we call it shy. So come on. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to John from Trent City, who is a loyal soldier that always helping to and lock on. Oh boy, John, good morning to you. Mamaral number 2, good morning. Frankie Ken, good morning to you. Oh boy, let's see. Other voice notes. So let's send it at 366. WhatsApp voice notes at 366-305-3366-3053. Let me clear the voice notes.
One report, Marvin Dexter Frederick on the inside, respect and manners. Oh yeah, it's about time, deal with them.
Nice. Let's look for our next voice note. So let's send all the voice notes. I'm gonna clear quick. For those of you shy, people let's be shy. They're fighting the call that Philip will go buy them. No. I just only buy people like Rowley. Always good people. Rowley bad. I just only buy bad people, right? Some say no, you're good. Call me. You ain't gonna get bite. But if you're bad and you call, well, it's more than fair, you know. All right. Let me go to the lines. No, Mr. Tunapuna. You can't call this line. Mr. Tunapuna, you can't call direct. If you're calling direct, you have to call the normal line. Because if you're calling direct, like we now do they, you'll be stopping the poor people from getting their voice notes or their WhatsApp calls to me. Yeah. When things slow down and things, then call. Don't call now. Now, there's a WhatsApp for him. Call. I'm going to take this one time before you continue. Morning, caller. Where you calling from? And what's your contribution for on this morning?
Morning, Auntie. This is Orlando.
Orlando. Go ahead, Orlando.
Yeah. I just looked on here and listening and to give you callers to keep calling and let's keep up the good work, man. We all here in Orlando will keep listening to you and I'm spreading the good work. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, Orlando. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Joe Ali, man. I'm a schoolmate too, you know. Joe Ali. Yeah, look at Ginger Maraj, all of them lock on. Joseph Moses, all of them. Oh boy. Savitri, all of them. Nuts Cake, all of you that lock on. Marvin Frederick. Nadira, all of you, man. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you that are lock on to the ground report on Real Media TT on Facebook. Real Media TT on YouTube. Come, let me play out some of these WhatsApp voice notes.
Andy morning. I can't call on the air and speak with you because I'm a police officer, but I have some information for you concerning the wrongs.
Oh, I feel that one was private, you know. Officers, when only send them because alright, I feel that one was private. Alright, I will listen to that one off. Let me go to the next call. Let me next call. Let me go. When I don't get happening, it's a real good policeman working in our service that feeling the pain and understand what he's saying and want to deal with crime. But they and all understand heavy politics playing in the executive of the police force. They understand it. They understand it's the bread and butter. They understand if they only do the right thing, they can get transfer. If they live in Dago, they can end up down Moruga walking. They know if it is a thing, they can end up having to go and write tickets. Quite Princess Town and the state. What victimization like that them police are go through, boy.
We want to thank those who, of course, have braved all of that, and in spite of those dangers, have, of course, become whistleblowers, because the UNC opposition has always been right on every single topic that they would have brought, and it could have only been because of either a public servant or people like the police officers who know what is right and are prepared to do so in circumstances where there are too many that intend to, of course, harbor the nastiness that is taking place for government and governance in this country.
Nice, I will give you a call, man. And that's serious information. Wow. Come on, let me go to the lines.
Yeah, we commend all of you and do it because Trinidad and Tobago requires people like yourself to, of course, tell us because papers will pass across your desk because this government is prepared to utilize our money to keep them there and then, of course, to do us evil. And that must be discontinued, with immediacy.
So truth. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, let me put back on that there. I had also listen to that private to see if it could be played. But boy, it's a serious thing. When it comes to the rounds and ammunitions and boy, this country it's serious. It's serious. And it have a lot of good watchmen. It have big police officers inbound and thing too, you know. And won the change, but the politics playing so hard and serious in the police service. Oh God, boy. We can't take it. Let me take it. Come. Let me see. How many more voice notes? Let me hear quick. Bam.
Report. I just send my little voice note. And he doesn't play it at all, boy.
Oh, God, short man, like a plain voice note now.
This short man, boy, you want to hear me say something? No, I want to say again, you remember the Prime Minister and the government, cabinet and them done say already, it is a secrecy. It is a mafia. It's a lot of wrongdoers. Trinidad and Tobago people is stupid. You understand? Remember the man say all this kind of thing already. So that's why you see he go close down the ground report and get Robert Amar try to take away license because the ground report is coming out hard on all of them and the dotishness. Play my voice note now and what happened?
But like I play it, boy, short man, you ain't called, boy, send back a voice note and apologize to me, you know. Right.
Those are making areas that he's not live there, and of course you're talking to a voice note.
Yeah, but I know talk back when the ball back the plate.
But he's listening. So I'm sure that he's going to do the honorable thing now.
Yeah.
Being an honorable person as we know him to be.
Yes. Now we go to the lines and thing, man. Well, let's send the voice notes and them there. Quick. Let me just run through. It have a lot of people had sent voice notes. Right, look at running through. As long as I see voice notes, I run through all the voice notes and then I will go back to the other lines. WhatsApp calls, everything. Right. Let me see here. Nah, that voice note ain't coming too good. Oh boy. Apart, let me take a WhatsApp call. All of you using the WhatsApp lines right now first. Then we got the foreigners and all the poor people the opportunity with the voice notes and the calls. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning?
Morning, Lennox. Morning, Peter.
Good morning.
Morning, Andy. Morning, everybody in the studio there.
Morning to you, Apache. Yeah, foreign call. Go ahead. Tunapuna, you can't call that direct line, boy.
If they decide. We are cut off there. Yeah, if the government they decide to put down their hand in it, the crime will never change in Trinidad and Tobago. They can buy how much equipment they want. They can buy how much tools and asset and give to the police. If the police morale is low, you would never solve crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Burroughs once said this: crime could be controlled, but it cannot be stopped. But it could be controlled. Have a blessed one, brothers.
Thank you very much, New York, go ahead. Next caller. Oh boy. Tunapuna, you have to call the direct line partner. You have no choice because you will be interrupting WhatsApp people right now. So call the 239-5120, 239-5120, or 229-0251, 229-0251. But the WhatsApp calls is with the foreigners and the poor people. All right, let me finish these WhatsApp messages there quick. Let me hear.
Andy, good morning. This is Miss Valencia calling here. Yes, I get $1,000 from them. I get it on the 23rd.
Right, so we get the $1,000. So some people like to get in their money, man. Right.
Yeah, and others not. So we want all to get because it is long overdue. January is almost over, and too many and are reporting that they have not gotten theirs, and that is the concern that we have. We are appreciative that the glass is half full, but there is a half empty part that needs to be filled.
Nice. Let's continue these WhatsApp voice notes.
Good morning, everybody on the ground report, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me see if I could condense this. The 20th of January 2023 was a very sad day in this country, and thousands of citizens didn't realize it. What happened in Trinidad and Tobago was the 4 horsemen. 1, the Prime Minister. 2, the Commissioner. 3, the Speaker. 4, the President. So now that the Prime Minister has set his chessboard in place, he is controlling the courts, he is controlling Parliament, and through the President, he will now take away our rights. So I don't know what people waiting on again for them to stand up, but guess what? He control inside our Parliament, because down to the senators he have on his side. So the opposition is null and void. I don't know what all they want to start waiting on to stand up, but apparently all they want to do like the Joker and wait for Trinidad and Tobago to crash and burn, and then to say, well, all right, yeah, let me stand up.
Wow. Let's go to some other voice notes. That was my morale voice notes. Come on, send all the shy ones, all the people that want to make a contribution, or maybe don't want to talk direct. Just condense all the contribution right on all the WhatsApp there and send it to the Pitbull. Let the Pitbull play there. Let people hear what's on your mind. Let me finish off these voice notes there quick. Let me finish off these voice notes and them quick there. Oh boy.
Andy, this is Short Man, and morning to the whole ground report crew and all the listeners. Well, if you don't know, Short Man here is a pensioner too. And I understand that who getting the check, getting it from the post office, if they join the money from the post office with the check, and who getting it through the bank will be getting it on the 1st of the next month, please God. So I want join it through the bank, so I understand from the post office. I don't went and check. They tell me I'll be getting it through the bank on the 1st. So let me watch and see what happens, okay?
Alright, look at get you and I play a voice note, but you ain't say sorry, you know. Alright. You send back voice note, but you ain't say sorry. Eh? Nice, let me finish these voice notes and them there quick. Alright, so all we shy people and them out of the way. Nice. Let's...
Yeah, Andy, boy. This is Jason here, boy. Lennox, good morning, and Andy, good morning, and Cuff, good morning. Mikey, good morning. Well, I real upset. It's with the crime situation going on a price right now. Haywire, I real upset. Failure, Mr. Hines, and the Prime Minister here, we want to revoke all firearm license from business people. I fed up right now. I give up. This is Jason here.
Thank you, Jason. All right, now WhatsApp call. Go ahead, WhatsApp caller, morning caller. Where calling from? I want to clear the social media line, which is the WhatsApp and all voice notes. Go ahead, caller. Oh boy. WhatsApp caller, go ahead. All right, next caller, man. Let's go. Next voice note.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Cuff. Good morning, Oxmith. Andy, keep up the good work, Andy. Triple J, Belly, locked on listening, loving us. Let evil Pierre and Government have to go.
Yes, the man said the evil Pierre had to go. Oh, they didn't understand. Well, let's continue. Oh boy. Voice note.
Good morning, Mr. Andy. This is a partner from Gandhi. I find people hiring people to work have to know how to talk to people and give them a day off. But since I'm working, I ain't get a day off. Understand? And the way the person talk to me, I know. I was telling the voice note, but I'm going to tell you. Good morning, and all the song ain't good. Can't wait to work with you for election.
Oh boy, I'm a partner, boy. Bartholomew Philip. Out there in Grande, I watch me see Bartholomew Philip and Carlos. Boy, them men and them real bullhorn, the Grande, Mandolin, oh God, for the pushbacks. That man was in charge of that Grande Valencia, ting. Bartholomew Philip, boy, fat boy, them could real walk and Carlos, them. Shamila Das, all of them, they boy. Oh boy. Man, let me continue the voice notes for all who there. Yeah. Well, don't vex it, man. These people always sending message. Andy, you don't read me voice, we text, and you don't play me voice note. I say, all right, let me do it. Let me keep my promises. Go ahead.
Morning, everyone in the panel. Great job. People say they are seeing Foster comments on my side, but even on the previous side, Ganga Singh, we never see either.
The previous side with Ganga Singh, then you say see he either. All right, I didn't catch between that, but Lennox might be catch between that. I know. Right, all voice notes gone. All right, to Trinidad and Tobago, to all of you who send your voice notes, that's it there. When I get some more, so send your voice notes. If you're not getting through to the lines, send your voice notes. Now, let's organize and clear all lines. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report?
Andy, good morning to the ground report. I just want to be brief. I just want the people of Trinidad and Tobago to know that they need to Google up the code of the Cosa Nostra, and the 15 rules it says about the code of the Cosa Nostra, and every rule is what Rowley is doing, controlling Parliament, controlling the judiciary system, everything like that. So all you people, please do not be stupid. And Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, everywhere that I go on the grounds, people getting tired of you. I think, this is my personal view on it, I think if you can't do the job, maybe you could pass it on to somebody else, but you could still be in Parliament because, I mean, you're hearing a lot of people saying that, you know, the elections will call and Kamala will lose again and PNM will be back there. And Kamala could just pull him back, Ramesh Maraj and Prakash Ramadan. Just hand it over to somebody who could fight the beast, which is Rowley. Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, congrats at your 8 years. You fought this government. You try with your utmost. And I think that genuinely, from my heart, I think honestly you should pass it on who could fight this Wajang, this beast, Mr. Rowley and his government, because when he was in opposition, he used to stand up for every little thing. He used to tell you all kind of thing, and as he said, fight one, fire that one, you listen to Rowley and you find this one, find that one, and fire in the other. We need somebody there. My personal thing on it, I want either Anil Roberts or Rudal Munilal or Prakash Ramadan to be the head of the UNC, come what may. Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, this is my thought on it, and everybody on the ground saying the same thing too. Please, if you love your people, don't be like Mr. Basde Pandey. If you love your people and you want progress, I think you should just take a back seat. You could still be in Parliament, right? But hand it over to somebody who tough and who could stand up against Rowley, because we need to see some of these PNM go to jail, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. We need to see them go to jail, because where is our taxpayers' dollars going, right? We need some action right now, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And the time is now. It's not later on or closer or never will be. We need something to be done now, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. If you love the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, I know if you're pulling Prakash Ramadan, after watching that man in the Commission of Inquiries, that man have a heart for people, right? And we need that, Ms. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. And to the people, the PNMites, all you need to Google the the code of the Kostra Nostra. Everything that is in the code of the Kostra Nostra is in History Channel. It's all over. All you have to see, open all your eyes and see what Rowley is doing. Exactly what is the code of the Kostra Nostra. It's a mafia that running this country. The man said it with his own mouth. It's not the ground report. It's not I or it's not anybody else that's making up this. The man said it with his mouth. All you be wise. Eisen up. 2025 is just around the corner. When all you close, all your eyes open all your eyes. 2025 will reach. And we don't want to be stagnant. We don't want our country to be stagnant. Okay, Andy?
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's go to the lines. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to Caitlin, and Brandon. A pleasant good morning to you all. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hey, Corbin Charles, good morning. Oh boy. Hey, Miss Mohammed, a pleasant good morning to you. Neil Turner, good morning. Troy, good morning. Hey, Joycelyn Superville, Miss Rose, good morning to you. Alan, good morning to you. All of you up there in Grandy, Toko, Valencia. A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Oh, don't forget Neil the Silva and the Silva brothers and them. And the father that always look on. Oh boy, that whole Toko, Valencia posse, fighters. Yeah, people that ready to wreck the people of Toko, Grande, Valencia, of this bad man you call the PNM, this beast you call the PNM. Hey, Lennox Smith, I hope the man call you with the land thing they take the people currently on the beach there, man. What's going on with them?
I am awaiting, but I thought it's important to of course, respond to the perception of Beulah, because I think she is a fervent caller and I think she wields some influence. The fact of the matter is that the UNC has a democratic process and they have chosen Kamala Persad-Bissessar. But beyond that, the fact of the matter is that Rowley and they no longer are using the claim that Kamala has lost too much elections. Why? Because, of course, it is now a pellucid fact that Rowley has lost more elections than Kamala. That is why you're not hearing that part of the attack against the UNC, because of course under Kamala, of course the Sangre Grande Corporation is now firmly in the hands of the UNC. All of the by-elections, including of course that of Arima, where a former mayor was unseated by the UNC, and PNM wasn't able to get 25 votes in, of course, the Superior by elections. Those who she recommended, but of course one is inside, and Prakash was in fact there. And to make the comparison that advocate lawyer in a advocacy legal scenario is much different than advocate politician, because of course Prakash was in fact part of the UNC, and he didn't make much impact, but certainly as a legal person, I know could be belligerent. I could be, of course, rambunctious because I have the opportunity to do. But fighting against our enemy like Rowley, it takes, of course, a lot of sober-mindedness, strategy, and so on. And I think Kamala Persad-Bissessar has been doing a wonderful job, both in the court, in the parliament, and outside of the parliament. And why? Because, of course, Rowley and they are making it very easy for any strategic leader to recognize that she has not much to do, because they have demonstrated that they are corrupt, and they have also demonstrated that Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the UNC was never, let me repeat that, was never corrupted between 2010 and 2015, as of course they have prescribed. You only have to look at all of their mega projects, whether it be the velodrome, or whether it be the cycling, the aquatic center, whether it be the hospital, and whether it be the 107 schools that was, of course, in various stages of construction, and they have not been able to produce anything of corruption, except where they have done it. We see that they have orchestrated it, and that is to say the Vincent Nelson fiasco, and of course the now famous withdrawal by the DPP of the charges against the former attorney Alan Ramlogan and of course Ramdean. So I am very, very confident and committed and of course satisfied in the performance of Kamala Persad-Bissessar thus far.
Oh boy, and all I know, I believe in 2 terms for Prime Minister. Yes, 2 terms for Prime Minister. Kamala Persad-Bissessar serve 1. I believe that Kamala Persad-Bissessar still have fight in she. I am saying I am willing to give Kamala Persad-Bissessar 1 more rounds, boy. 1 more rounds. And why 2? Because Rowley them afraid. Anybody Rowley attacking is we afraid.
Of course, every day. The way you are better than that, and they can't prove that the people will corrupt. That's the nasty thing about it, you know. But we can prove off the cuff the corrupt and nepotistic and cronyistic nature of this administration, and we must say it for what it is. We must no longer believe in the let's say psychological propaganda of the PNM that somebody got to that person, because I cannot see everybody saying that. No, no one has the authority to say everybody is saying that Kamala must go. Now that is disingenuous.
Oh boy! So again, Kamala Persad-Bissessar have 1 more fight. She have she grandchildren. She have her life to live. I am saying Kamala Persad-Bissessar at this point in time not go nowhere. Lennox Smith bring it and put it as it is. The UNC have a process. The UNC membership voted for Kamala Persad-Bissessar leadership, and so be it. The PNM had a process. They didn't pick Boynes. They didn't pick the Karen University Shara. They picked back Rowley. Rowley is the political leader of the PNM. And so be it.
And incidentally, he did worse than Kamala Persad-Bissessar in that.
Let me not continue to debate that. My turn now.
You just took 3 days. Yeah. It took 3 days to do the same thing that Kamala did in 1 day. Oh, what a effective and efficient administration, both within and outside, and we saw it between 2010 and 2015 as well.
Well, you now tell me now, when it's my turn to get my view on what Beulah said then. Every time I say to give my view, you're there like a thick day.
No. As I started it, you continue.
All right. Right. We're going to open the lines. So, but Lennox Smith didn't break it down. He break it down the best that it could have been truth. And then he did a process, Trinidad and Tobago. Process thing the people have spoken. I believe in 2 terms as Prime Minister. And worse yet, if Kamala Persad-Bissessar wasn't the good person, Rowley wouldn't have been like her on her like that. Rowley attacks anybody that he believes is a threat to him. What's how we operated Penny? What's we did do with Penny? You can't be no leader again. What's how we do with Amory Brown? He sent he away and all kind of thing. Who was playing? He want to be big, be leader thing. What we do with the say Brand Manning? Manning's son? I done hit the father Manning and spread blood already. I went Likoto. He put me out of parliament, and what's going on with him? Look, the man, well, I see what went on with him. The man, his Manning was put out of parliament. His Rowley was put out by parliament by Manning. So you tell me, the man get a stroke, and then Manning come and dead. And then you, Brian Manning, where that man talk about your father in that way, admit and technically killing your father. You serving that man, boy? Boy, if I was your son, I was your father, boy. Boy, I don't want nothing to do with you, boy. You serving the man that course and boasts about physically damaging me till it lead to my death, and you serving under that man. More so, Brian Manning, you could never have part of the coolness your father had. More so, you actually get to that seat. You're an elected member for your father's seat. And you don't have the gall with all the educated years And things were all that we know. What Rowley doing here, Manning would have never stand up with Rowley with this. With how we operating. You like a little girl since you're married to that journalist girl. Eh? You didn't want to stand up for nothing? How you become a leader? Why you don't do Rowley exactly what you do your father? I want to call my political leader to order with the captain in how he did start. That is how it start. That will make him the leader now.
Yeah.
To damage your father.
Yeah.
But Brian Manning, Penny, all of them can't do that. And that is why today Rowley is a leader. Jump by jump low, Rowley is a leader. A true leader. Don't afraid to challenge when he feel his time reach. The leader.
Yeah.
And Rowley did it to Manning. And not only in the PNM who want to be leaders of the PNM. All is not leaders because they can't do what Rowley do. Rowley is a leader. All they set up buffoons that are there. All they are not leaders. All they are followers.
Yeah, you're quite right, and you go to the top of the class because the toxicity of Rowley, all of them would know that. And to give Brian Manning a modicum of intelligence, let me say that, and I'm being generous here when I say that he's allowing Rowley instead to manipulate and use him. You know what I mean? He's allowing Rowley to use him for Rowley's political advancement. He could go and say that he opposing Rowley at this point in time, knowing that Rowley will of course immediately dismiss him from the cabinet. So I'm being generous. He's allowing Rowley to use him. I'm giving him some level of intelligence. But the reality is that Rowley is using him instead.
Manning will be crying, boy.
Destroyed his father. Yeah.
Manning will be crying, you gauge. Say, look at that now, boy. That man hit me a bad blow. Give me a stroke. We went like he say. Then, boy, that result, that man turn against me. Say about collar heart, this, that, all kind of thing. Damage me up till I dead. And then look, that man turn around, boy. First that man ain't done with me. That man turn around and using my son Brian Manning to continue to humiliate me. That was going on there because Rowley mashing up all what Manning do. And Brian Manning, who's the son of Patrick the late Manning, ain't stand up for none of what all the things his father did. Oh God, boy, let me don't talk about that now. Let me go to the lines, yes? Morning caller, where are you calling from?
Instead, he sounds amorphous, infantile, puerile, and very submissive to the wickedness.
Brian Manning is a political girl. He's a political girl. He's a lick bottom.
Extremely malleable.
Of the barrel, eh? The bottom of a barrel now. He's a lick bottom of a barrel. Right. Caller morning. Where are you calling from?
Good morning. Welcome to the corridor. Oh, what happened to me, boy? Welcome to the to the ground report. Sorry about that.
Oh, I find like you're
morning.
Go ahead, caller. You're making plenty mistakes this morning, Lennox.
Simply tongue. All right. Good morning.
Morning, caller. Caller, just
Rowley, what? Yeah, hello, morning.
Nice, we hear you loud and clear.
Rowley is not no leader.
Rowley is not a leader, you see. Wait, hold on. Let me take this call here because this call will continue to cut yours. Hold on. There's all you need to call my WhatsApp. If only calling the cell phone number 3663053, because here why it is unfair that only could call direct, and the WhatsApp people who want to get in, not because only calling direct and killing all WhatsApp, and then I get the text back from them people telling me, Bandy, you're not answering WhatsApp, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Hey, baby. Nice. Look, you hang up. All right. I will call you back when things lay slow. Caller. Go ahead, caller. You could go ahead here now. Go ahead. What's up?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, morning. Yeah. What I'm saying, Rowley is not the leader. Once you have financiers who make a decision and you have to follow, you're not a leader. You understand what I'm saying?
You're correct. You're correct. I talking about he's a leader. He's a leader when it comes to based on P and M. But leadership as in how to run the country, and if he had the goal to stand up for finances, nah. He's a follower. Go ahead, caller.
Hello? He's an opportunist, a stroke manipulator.
Go ahead, we hearing you.
Right, that's it. He's opportunist.
He's an opportunist. Boy, them calls cutting your call, boy. Oh God, let me take some of these calls here, boy. The cutting your call, boy. The cutting the WhatsApp calls. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Yes, morning. Where you calling from?
Yeah, morning. I'm calling from Grandy.
Guadeloupe?
I'm calling from Sandy Grandy.
Oh, Grandy. Go ahead, Grandy.
Yeah, man. We trying our best, but let me tell you something, and I'll investigate that. This election coming up will be rigged. RIG, they did it already, and I only have got the sense to know that is what's going to happen. It will be rigged. You understand what I'm saying? Do not doubt that. Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead. We are listening to you very attentively.
It will be rigged. RIG, do not doubt that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Sandy Grandy. Next caller.
We are fully aware.
Hold on, just hold on. Let me just clear it. One, go ahead, caller.
Go ahead, Andy.
Go ahead, caller.
Now, Andy, let me tell you something. PNM have a way that they use diversionary tactics from the main issues that confront in this country. One, you have the president issue, you have the commissioner of police issue, you have the Nelson Gate issue, you have the Paria issue, serious thing that is affecting this country. Now you come with this Maduro thing and this gas thing business. Let me tell people something. This is only a sham. Because when I watched that interview in that conference, and the journalist was asking Rowley certain relevant questions in terms of monetary gain, and time span and whatnot, Rowley couldn't answer it. And all he keeps saying, well, there are further discussions to be held and whatnot. And they only can be far right to make people feel. And I was very surprised and disappointed with Kevin Ramnarine, as the former energy minister, to say that he is satisfied with the deal and the transaction that Keith Rowley has negotiated. Whilst you may be saying that, but understand me, there is nothing concretized that in any of this transaction, and as Lennox rightfully say, this is not to remove Maduro and Venezuela from sanctions, This is just a blight that America gives Rowley and them. But let me tell you something. Sanctions is still on the drawing board. And secondly, I want to say this. Colin Budge, you are a notorious liar. You're one of the most deceitful person they have in the whole world. And I'll tell you why I say that. You talking about the Financial Intelligence Unit inform you that there's $1.9 billion under fictitious transactions. And it entails money. Andy, I get music in the background, brother. Hello?
Yes. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Terpuna. Go ahead. Speak.
Right. And I'm saying this because I'll tell you something. This is very deceitful of him. Because if it is you saying that the Financial Intelligence Unit, well, I say, is the next arm of the PNM, had this information from since then, how come it is that you all never raise no alarm, no red flag? And who the people could be dealing with fictitious transactions that resulted in $1.9 billion? It's not the small man, it's the big people, the Chamber of Commerce and all of them who is in conspiracy with all this thing, because they never even raise the alarm, the Chamber of Commerce. No mention any of them members who involved with it, including the banking sector and all of that. And then Imbert had the goal, the audacity to tell people such as white-collar crime, money laundering, tax evasion and all of that. But you call me, Imbert, come and talk about property tax, to tax these poor people when you talk about property tax. And then you call me, Imbert, who has removed taxation from people with multi-story buildings, apartment buildings and whatnot, which you own, and you will be exempted from paying taxes. So when you want to come and talk about tax evasion and all this kind of thing, call me, but you is one of the convict And I telling you something, as one of the callers said rightfully, or people, if Kamala Pasabi says something, if you want to get back in power, if all you if only lock up people, just PNM people, all these issues that we confronted us over the years, serious issues in fraud, in lying, in doing everything from the Attorney General, the DPP, the Chief Justice, the Commissioner of Police and things. If all you people make jail in this country, I'm telling all you something, people go make jail for all you know. Because hereby they put their last resort, their hope and their trust in all you to deal with the issues affecting this country, the hardship they're experiencing, and they're going ahead with it because all believe they have this belief that all you is salvation. And if all you let down people, let me tell you something, they're going to come at all you know. They're going to come at all you and the Lennox. They say, no, if I'm not wishing that. But when you put people on this pedestal and you cannot deliver, as what Rowley and them is doing, I'm surprised to see that people ain't go after them yet. And the ministers are what on that time inciting violence. But what all you're doing to people is all you're pushing people to that extent that people can't take it no more. I am telling you, fella, it is really, really hard and difficult for some people. You see some of them on these programs, these smaller conditions, where people live in from an oil-rich country. Andy and Lennox, let me tell you something. I was watching CNN on one of them foreign news.
30 seconds again. Go ahead. 30 seconds again.
Right. They say in India, 1% controlled 40% of the wealth of India. You hear me? 1% of the population controlled 40% of the wealth of India. In Trinidad and Tobago, you have 1% who controls about 75 to 80% of the wealth of this country. And this is the people that the government, the PNM government, associate with to instill hardship on the people. This is what is going on in the country. As an all to tell all you, it is shameless when they could talk about a mafia, the Cosa Nostra, and all this kind of thing could come out up front and tell the people it is. In other words, we don't get a hell about all you. This is how we operate and we intend to operate. And all you could jump high, jump low. This is what we are about. And if all you vote for me, well, thank God. But I telling all you something. Keith Rowley and all you. Because we have been blacklisted, you know.
Thank you. Oh boy, oh boy. Thank you very much, Mr. Tunapuna. Next caller. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Morning caller, because we gotta go for a quick break and come back. It's after 8. Morning caller.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox, Mikey Cuff, and to everybody out here. You know, I am listening here this morning, and not only am I having a good laugh at some of the ignorance, yes, I have to call it ignorance, Andy, right? Rowley messed up this country. Whether we want to face reality or not, it's a fact. Rowley messed up this country. But you only hear about Kamala had to go. Kamala old and tired, Kamala this, Kamala that, and the other. And this time Rowley older than she, you know. Rowley did nothing to benefit the people of this country for the last 7 years. But you only hear Kamala must go. Why? Because Kamala is a threat to all you. All you see over the last few years how Kamala undermining Rowley. She eroding his base. She's taking away things from him. And that's why Kamala must go. She ain't going nowhere. And Andy, as for a two-term government, I agree with you. I agree with you. And Kamala also had it in her manifesto. And she said it again. And that and the right to recall. Now, although it was not made law, the right to recall, anytime her ministers and them faltered, we saw where she removed them. She removed them. Right? And now that's the same. Now they were voted into office, so it's not easy for them to replace them and call a by-election or whatever. But she moved them from their positions. Have you ever seen Rowley do that? When Shampa ran up the phone bill, he said that was an accidental development arising out of ignorance. But if she's so ignorant and she don't know about Roman, move her. You put her in the sports ministry and she's the biggest failure. Look at what Daryl Smith do, and up to today, where is his sexual harassment charges? And I don't want no PNM crayfish to come and tell me sexual harassment is not a crime. Because sexual harassment is a crime. So if you're doing it and you feel you're getting away with it, they'll catch up with you soon, right? Look at what Foster Cummins did. Look at all the investigations against Foster Cummins. Where is Foster Cummins? Still sitting there. Look at what Farris did with the tampering. Farris still there. Then you had a Pergeron went to Miami Court and line. He's still there. Because as far as Keith Rowley is concerned, right, his cabinet can't do anything wrong. But you know what happened, Andy? He's ashamed to fire them. That is what happened to him. Because he said enough about Kamala when she had to fire her people. But wrong is wrong. You cannot want good for yourself and you want bad for Kamala Persad-Bissessa's government. No, and let me tell you, like you, Andy, I am saying, and I'm telling all the blue flies this morning on your chat, Kamala not leaving.
Hey,
She's not leaving.
But before you go,
yeah?
I want to find what is a PNM crayfish? I know you say the PNM crayfish. Where's the PNM crayfish?
Andy, Telecommunications Authority has been listed. I will inbox you and tell you what is a crayfish.
All right, well,
I will inbox you.
Let me hear what's a PNM crayfish.
Yes, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you what is a PNM crayfish. All right? Have a good day, Andy. Take care.
Hey, PNM crayfish, you know. Lord, it sounds serious. Morning, caller. We're calling from. Want to make it short and sweet. We had to take a quick break. Morning.
Inclusive of shallow growing. Good morning.
Yes, morning to you. And where you calling from? Yes, we are in your live. You're live.
Yeah. You know what's going on, boy? And all these bottom. I want to say that word, but also.
Right, but let me just move at least smart enough where Tatin will be right and me. But you go ahead.
Yeah. Watch me. If you feel Rowley strong now, you see them Indian we do come out and support and want to throw over Kamala. Anytime they do that, well, no Rowley go get strong. Because them really don't do nothing to come out to do nothing. I tell you, half of the population is Indian. And when you can't get people to come out, if you can't get the African and you can't get them, you throw over Kamala now. Well, boy, that's the end of UNC. Later, boy.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So you see everybody had their views. Nice, let's go to the line. So we are just taking 2 more calls. We have to go for a break and come back. Well, Mikey K. Mikey K, I hope you are wrong. Right, go ahead, caller.
Here, Maruga.
Maruga.
Good morning.
Bellman, go ahead.
Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning.
I overheard that some crying for the former Prime Minister to step down. Step down to go where? That is the question I asked. Step down to go where? You see, they want a leader who will come out like Rowley. And I said, bow, back in here, thing in here. I want to tell them, and the still waters just run deep, you know. This is a woman who have a lot of intellect, intelligence. When she get a second chance, people will see because she will learn from her mistake. Lennox, the man who made the lead pencil, put a rubber on the head, you know. Because he knew that people were subjected to their mistakes. And they will erase their mistake, learn from it, and start fresh again.
Yeah, and right over again. You're right again. So truth, Maruga.
So to go where? So don't to go where? You understand? That is, we had a leader, and he's still there. And God will give her the strength, you understand, to bring back this country from where it is, from the PNM. Because right now we're under the bridge now. Deep waters, we're under the bridge. So I will say, everybody may have their opinion, but I have a list for what she has done, and I know that she will continue to do.
Nice, but don't give me that list yet, because I have to go for a break, partner, and that list is so long. And it's 17 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Thanks so much, Bellman. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And for all of you that send your voice notes, when we come back, we'll organize and play those voice notes on them. We have a lot, so let me make sure. Make sure send your voice notes. Send your voice notes at 366-3053. If you're not getting in, send your voice notes at 366. So play together when we take the break. And send the voice notes, so I'll play them out. And then I want to get in contact with a researcher. Yes. Where we will break down for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, a serious matter that will turn around and haunt we bank First Citizen that we all have investments in. Nice. So Trinidad and Tobago, we take a quick break. I wonder if before I take that break, let me Mikey K, a pleasant good morning to you. Mikey they cough. I ain't hearing your cough. Mikey there, you are talking wherever.
No, he's not there.
He in there yet?
I'm only seeing Lennox, but I don't think Lennox is there.
Oh, so Lennox is up and Mikey is not
Yeah,
there.
I'm here, but I'll be momentarily out.
Yes.
So you'll be here for me after the break.
So Mikey, you heard that? Oh boy, so we take a quick break and come back. When we come back, more right here on the Gong Report. We'll be back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
Chinese and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetable. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
For good quality tires, wheels, the place to be. Racetrack Wheels. Recognized as the #1 wheel center in the Caribbean. Customer satisfaction at its best. We are the sole distributor for the top performing tires. Salem, Atrezzo, and Achilles tires. Truck and off-road tires also available. Over 2,000 different styles to choose from at our showroom. So come in and check us out today. Get your vehicle outfitted by the professionals. Racetrack Wheel. 3D computerized alignment, wheel balancing, and nitrogen services provided at all 3 locations. 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Buku, Tobago, and 64 South Main Road, Chase Village. For further information, contact us at 642-1539-285-9168. You won't regret it. Better be safe than sorry, guys.
Choka! On Saturday, 4th February, at the Center of Excellence in Macoya, feel the beat of soca and chopping on one stage.
Rub on the menu, we not here to pick and choose.
I love Choka with Ravi B and Karma. Raymond Ramnaroy and Tilly the Dance. Ding dong, ding dong. Sean Marshall, Irfan House, Rakesh Yankaran, the A-Team Band, Super Blue, Trinidad Killer, Temper, Iowa George, Nessa Preppy, Jadel, and much more. General tickets, $300. VIP, all-inclusive tickets, $800. For more info, call 757-8265. Coolers in before 10 p.m. No glass bottles. Brought to you by the Massive Tank Productions in collaboration with Guardian Media.
I love Choka!
There's a new drink that's transforming what you expect from a beverage. U-Juice is 100% natural and has the power of red ginseng, turmeric, ginger, and the world's strongest antioxidant, astaxanthin. Your new favorite drink has arrived. U-Juice, en route to the ultimate you.
U-Juice.
natural boost. Tuco says 2023 is the Calypso revolution, and you can't have Calypso without Extempo. So is the National Extempo Prelims, Monday, 6 February, 7:30 p.m. at the Kaiso Hall of Fame, home of Kaiso House by the Savannah. Then Wednesday, 15th February, 7:30 p.m. at the Grandstand Queen's Park Savannah is Kaiso Rana Extempo Finals. 7 finalists challenge the Monarch for the title. Get your tickets now at all Tuco offices. It's the National Extempo Prelims, Monday, February 6th, and Kaiso Rama Extempo Finals, Wednesday, February 15th.
Restyles Funeral Home Company Limited. Services include cremation, burial, embalming, human remains repatriation, tents, and grave markers. At Restyles Funeral Home, you can stay in the comfort of your own home and be assured that all your funeral needs are met, from the time your loved one passes on to the day of burial or cremation, which simply means we do registration, acquire death certificates, and much more. We are on call 24 hours, 350-3626 or 218-5104.
Coming to the Queen's Park Savannah. It's a celebration for you. A celebration for her. Soca for her. Friday, February 3rd. Featuring with the 18 Band. Nadia Batson and Sass. The world's biggest soca superstars.
Excellent! Here we're going on. I'm gonna be live. Who? EA, yes, me, and many more.
Special guests and surprises. With your bumper. Get tickets now at islandetickets.com and Caches nationwide. Soca for her. Is it me or the weather that I'm feeling so? From the time I see I want to put the work on you. Friday, February 3rd. Savannah, we coming. Soca for her.
Hitman Howie T presents his Carnival Cooler Cruise. Soca I Love. Soca I Love. Sunday, 5th February on the Harbor Master.
Tell me about work in the morning, unless we talking hard work. Wine and jam, wine up on a girl.
Morning, 9 a.m., sailing 10 to 2 p.m. Featuring two top soca artists with your DJs, Reese T and DJ Mikel, King Kabuki, beats by Robin and Kevin Baker, and DJ Carlsong Vibes from Vancouver, alongside the Hitman Howie T.
Go try stop me, I's a professional.
Early bird tickets are $150, general $200. Get them now at Bobby's Bar Europe, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Port of Spain, Sour Team, Sion's Bar San Fernando, Caliente Bar Europe, Fats International Trinity Mall and Arima, Caps Bar Europe, and Roadside Cafe San Juan. So pack those coolers and get your teams ready for Soca I Love 2023, Sunday, 5th February. From the producers of Stranded by the Pool comes another epic calendar event in Carnival. Hard, fair.
Not doing no small fret, let me extend my apologies.
This one will be bigger, brighter, and closer to you. Carnival Thursday, February 16th at the most tropical venue in Arima.
So all soca people put your 2-1 in the air.
The massive sensational Sammy Seafood Plus Main Road, Clearwoods in Arima, featuring some of the biggest soca artists and DJs for the season. Hurry, get your limited $200 tickets now. Tickets available at Bobby's Bar Europe, Fats International Trinity Mall and Arima, the new La Luna Bar Aruca, and at the venue Sensational Sammy Seafood. Gates open at 9 p.m. All coolers must be in before midnight, and we are fitting till morning. Call 752-9911 for delivery. Brought to you by the promoters of Stranded by the Pool, Sensational Sammy, and more. 104.7 FM.
Yeah, this is man Blackie. Every Thursday between 2 and 3 p.m. Big Yard Kaiso and Bacchanal with Dr. Hyde, Blackie, and 5-Star. Big show. Don't move. In the Big Yard Kaiso, 104.7 is his own station. Just wheel Kaiso. Wheel that tune, Dr. Hyde.
Are you stressed and worried with problems? Then meet Priest Muniswamy. He is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationships, love, business, job, health, removes all negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck as well as lifelong protection. Call Priest Muniswamy now at 282-8483. That's 282-8483 for your appointment today.
Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs. Get your eShop, PSN, Roblox, and Steam cards. Also get the latest PS5, PS4, Xbox, and Switch games. We have everyday specials, 2 for $500 on games for everyone. Shop online at sheltechelectronics.com and get even more discounts. Visit us at 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Capital Plaza, Port of Spain. Come to Sheltec for your everyday gaming needs.
Sandy Grandy, the Kaizo Caravan coming! Yes, we're coming to the Majestic Guard, 1.25 mile mark, Oropouche Road, Sandy Grandy, on Friday the 3rd of February 2023, 8 p.m. We will be there. We coming with Johnny King, Cardinal, Scrunter, Bally, Stinger, Eunice Peters, Elon Francis, Sexy Susie, Anthony Johnson, D'Alberto, Impulse, Sheldon Nugget, Prince Unique, Tiny, Ashika Machi, Ninja, Kid Kalaloo, Sayo, Slick, Young Rose, Keisha Stewart, Sweet D. There'll also be extempo by Lady Africa and Lingo, MC Godfrey Pierre, background vocals by the Caravan Gems, music by Ricardo and the Sunshine Band. Get your tickets at the door or call 304-8090. Sandy Grandy, the Majestic going on my show!
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand fill by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Are you disappointed by astrologers and pundits? Then meet third generational Pandit Narasimha. He uses traditional methods and gives solutions in problems like marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all negativity, black magic, bad luck permanently. Specialist in reuniting with your ex. Call Pandit Narasimha 359-3939. That's 359-3939.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
We are back. Good morning to the listeners on 104.7 FM. Also the Real Militity family. Good morning to you guys as well. Now is your time to call in. You can call in now. The number is to call 229-0251. That's 229-0251 or 239-5120. 239-5120. Good morning, Mikey K.
Good morning to you, Cuff. Morning to you, Cuff.
Yes, Mikey. Can you hear me? Good morning.
To you, man. What's happening? We'll take some calls. Let's take some calls and open up the lines.
Yes, you guys can call in now. Now is your opportunity. Good morning, caller.
Morning, caller. Welcome.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Them people never even run at Sunday school or parlor. Tell them they can't even run their home, boy. But they want to run country. What's wrong with them people and them, boy? Huh? Let's try to run a little parlor or somewhere, I think now, man. And I said, come here, no come here, and leave no way. Yeah? All right, bye.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate that.
Good morning, caller. Welcome to the Ground Report.
Nobody else.
Yeah, love.
Good morning.
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, my brother.
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
All right, my brother. You hear what I'm saying? I hear some people calling the opposition leader to step down, and it's PNM people doing that. If you have no people, if it's UNC people, it's so-called UNC people. By the end of the day, they will only keep an election and you see who win and win. You win and lose. The only place I see people listen in the PNM is on one program, one radio station. When I listen to the other station, everybody else against Rowley. You see the people on the ground, well, oh God, they want to part of the PNM. So they could say all they want. Just keep an election, they could dance at ramp and reap how much all they want. Kamala Prasad is a sign moving. That is the person who had been in a good position. That is the person who had been on solid ground. Right now we are sinking sand because of Rowley. Let keep an election, all the mouth and all the talk, all the talking. Just keep an election and see anyone. You see what go on with the one in Tobago, the by-election, clean sweep. You see what go on in Tobago, clean sweep. He know he have slim chances. He feel he don't know that. And a whole set of them, all that come. Let the opposition leader go away. All the big and stupid out. What kind of foolish people we have in Trinidad and how no-headed we could be again. You hear a man saying is no money for the poor, no help for the poor, he helping the rich. And you saying hey, people wait for that? How no-headed all they could be again. All the people election, all the see what's going on. Kamala ain't going no way. It's right, it's here to stay. Let Rowley keep an election. It's just a few people talking. It's ENM thing, you know. It's a few not enough to win no election. It's not enough to win no election because they can have a grease and a little. All they keep all the grease and go so. All they can't win no election. All they just roughing with a stupid all they like a phone. When they put up the head, it's more lively.
Thank you, caller. Thank you.
Thank you,
love in the house. Yes, love in the house. Thank you so much.
Yes, we do appreciate it.
Yes, and I agree with you there fully. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome.
Yeah, we will see what happens. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
I just called to ask the lady that called to say Kamala must go. Go and this is the kind of people Kamala just put in the polling station and then. She has to look for good people to know this kind of people who take in Greason. Is Greason they're taken to come to talk against Kamala? Who could besides Kamala? Is vote they want me to vote, you know. Is the only person could make me leave my house to go and vote? Is Kamala. Nobody else on me but is she going to vote for. Tell them take the Greason and go and open a party and see how they're going to win. I'm gone.
Thank you, caller.
Hold on there, Cuff. Hold on there, Cuff. And just to let the good folks know, don't forget the National Congress, United National Congress. The National Congress takes place, this Sunday, the 29th, at the Couva Multipurpose Hall, and registration is from 2 p.m. and live broadcast of the political leaders' address is from 4:30 p.m. So once again, all roads lead to the Couva Multipurpose Hall, And it's all about the UNC National Congress this Sunday, January 29th at 3 p.m. Registration from 2 p.m. and live broadcast of the political leaders' address from 4:30 p.m. And yes, and to weigh in on this issue, we have a caller waiting right now.
No, we don't.
Yeah, just to weigh in on this issue. Listen, CUF is simple. Everybody.
I'm listening.
A few months ago, the PNM was on the run. Let's look at it for what it really is. The PNM was on its run. It was on the run. I mean, here it is. You wanted to extend the local government term for no reason, nothing. I mean, no logic, nothing that warrants that whatsoever. On the run. On the run. Let's not forget what really matters here. A young boy's here, gunshots outside. He runs out to see if his grandmother is okay. They stop the car, reverse, kill him. Granny Tanti is dragged out of the vehicle and robbed and beaten. People jump in your wall. They're using tools from the vehicle to break the burglar proofing. Many senior citizens, a lot of these things don't go reported because many senior citizens who are living on their own and what have you have been under some serious problems. Listen, man, they're going in and sexually violating these people, taking whatever little they have. Their communities are under siege. Why? Because of Kamla and the UNC? Come on, people, put things in the right perspective here, man. A few months ago, you saw for yourself, these people dare not call the local government election. They're on the run, they're scared. They know that their curtail was booked. And now today you're coming to bring this narrative. Why? Because you need a year. You take an extra year to put your house in order, not for us, not to benefit us. Any deals that are signed under the table with all these NDAs, these non-disclosure agreements, all these backdoor deals, they don't benefit us. And it certainly isn't going to benefit us as far as getting anything done now. It's not going to bear fruit. And so what they do, they throw in this racial undertone that, hey, when it does start to bear fruit, you want them people to be there. We have to keep our people there and do what? And wait for 800 murders a year? And for what? For more stores and more businesses to close down, 5,000 plus we have now. And then we have so many people on the breadline. 1 minute you're telling us, hey, it seems as though something could happen. Then you come and you say on a platform, don't for 1 minute believe that there's going to be smooth sailing. There's some rough, hard times, and we have to adapt to the changes. We have to adapt to the changes. Why? Because you're going to tax us to death. You're going to let us pay all these fees and all these penalties. Why? Because you need money and you have no plan, not an iota of how you're going to get money. No foreign investment, nothing as far as jumpstarting the local economy. Absolutely nothing. No jobs, no opportunities, not even things that we're entitled to, like, for example, security when it comes to dealing with crime. As far as the most vulnerable in our society, the people who need to access grants because they need to live. None of those things you are telling us are going to be available soon because we have to adapt to these changes. And now today we're hearing some nonsensical narrative about Kamla must go. They're running. They're on the back ropes. They're taking this year to try to see how they could get things, how many people they could buy, how many people they could bring in, how many people they can undermine, how many people they can manipulate. That's what it's all about. That's what they set their course on. You come in to tell us, imagine they all sing telling us, hey, people dying, you know, but we ain't seeing no spike. Nothing seems to be wrong with Carnival. Are you manipulating these figures all because of Carnival? Are you hiding the facts and the truth from us? Well, we wouldn't be surprised. You do that every day. Every Monday morning, you do that to us. People, you have to remain focused and understand where the real target is. At the end of the day, who are the people that are providing all these murders? Under whose watch? Who are these taxing, lying, thieving, rowdy PNM government representatives that are simply only lining their pockets and that of themselves, their family, their friends, and financiers? Who? Who's the real political target here? Don't get caught up in this nonsense about this narrative about who must go and who must go. At the end of the day, listen, we know exactly who must go. We know Rowdy must go. We know that these taxing, lying, thieving representatives, they must go. We know that Foster Cummins have to go. All of them have to go. And we must be committed and dedicated to that and not be sidetracked with this nonsense that's taking place. If these people are so good and they want to be governed by their egos, that's fine. We don't want to be governed by egos. We don't want to be governed by any NDAs. We don't want to be governed by the fact of corruption. We don't want to be governed by what it is that the World Health Organization, we don't want to be governed by none of that. We want good governance to come back. And every single day we must be committed to that. Ask yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing to remove this government? And stop getting caught up in gossip and old talk. The real focus is the people who are threatening the future of our children and our country. You can't send your child to school. The little savings you save so they can go for higher education, you have to use that. There's no way to supplement your income. You live in the reality every day, and you must know who's responsible for that, who failed us, regardless of voting for them or not. They were supposed to govern in the interest of us, not for themselves, their friends, their family, and finances. Don't ever lose track of that. Never ever lose track of that. Stay focused. We know the political enemy. Rowley, the Rowley PNM, taxing, lying, thieving Rowley PNM. That is the enemy. Who's on the outside?
Very well said, Mikey K. Let the people know the truth. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Carl, again. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning. And to everybody out there. Mikey, I am hearing that these people went for 850 million more, or 1,000 more. I can't remember. I do have my notes right now. And they got it for energy and foreign affairs. Mikey, to do what? To do what? For Lovell to buy more wine and entertain people? What it is they really want this money from foreign? Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you know, you ever see it, they're doing anything beneficial to the country.
Not at all.
And what energy needs more money for? And now he's trying to BS the people and telling them they can't remove the subsidy on the LPG because it will go up and one set of hogwash. You see, when you can't dazzle them with brilliance, you baffle them with a whole set of BS. And that is what they're doing to the people. That is what they cannot understand. You know, you remember when the first thing came up with the Dragon deal, by the next week, according to Farish, that was going on stream and people, it was, we were getting gas or whatever. Well, you know, PNM is at it again. You would swear tomorrow morning we're getting it. But that would be just like the yam and all the other things that we were promised, and it never materialized. I don't know why they continue to fool the people of this country. No, why it is that they continue to fall for all the BS that PNM, the government put it out on them. But they're calling for Kamala to go. But you see, Kamala is a threat to them. Kamala is a threat to all of them. Because she's undermining, she's eroding Rowley base. And that is what they don't like. And as you rightly said, Mikey, that is why they did not call local government election. Because he know what he was going to get. It would be a whitewash like in Tobago. And that is why they afraid Kamala. All the things that's going on in this country, Mikey, and you not hearing for Rowley to go. But they only want Kamala to go. Look at all the consultation with the TNTech rates and the rates and whatever. How many people were there? But because UNC people went to stand up for the people of this country, it was a problem. It was a problem for Keith Rowley. I'm talking about people fail politically, but I want to ask Rowley what make him feel that he's a success. What make him feel he's a success? Because he's sitting there. Ask Manning. Ask Manning. Have a say so we go ask Manning. I don't know what make Rowley feel that he is a success. Thanks a lot and have a good one.
Thank you so much. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome. Focus.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, nobody here.
Good morning, nobody.
Yes, nobody.
Alright. Well, I hear a lot of language that convincing me that people not ready. Mikey has been asking, are you ready? I don't think people are ready. But I feel that my stupid little job is to try to get people ready. I keep hearing the word leader. being used. And we seem to be stuck in the past. If you want this country to become anything other than it is now, people out there, you have to get rid of terms like leader. Okay? The people we're discussing who are leaders generally is the Prime Minister. Now, the way I see it, the Prime Minister is a manager who is managing some affairs. That manager was hired by a board of directors called the lower house of parliament, the House of Representatives. That house is comprised of people you voted for, right? Some directors that a bunch of shareholders, owners voted for, right? And at the top of the pyramid, of course, you have some clown called nobody who believes, I believe, that I am a shareholder, owner of this country. Right? Unless you flip that script, you keep calling these people leaders. It seems to me that the manager we're talking about here is at the bottom of that pyramid, not the top. Until you flip that script, people, in your mind, he's not a leader. Sometimes you hear the word public servant. That's a better term. Because that's what they're supposed to be, seen as a servant. You, until you get that in your skull, it's not going to change. And the things that we're really asking for, if you're ready for now, is the changes to our constitution that will ensure that you are able to exercise what you are. You're an owner here. Right? And before I close, we've had the Robert Amal debacle. I haven't really talked about it. And the press, even you all had some interviews yesterday regarding press. And it's all very much another example of what is wrong with this country. Because media, use the word fourth estate. That term is an old term.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what it's supposed to represent is a voice for people. Right? Contradicting or otherwise challenging those who have power. Right? Because in the old days, the people didn't have power. King had power. Right? But here we are returning to a time here in Trinidad where once again the king has all the power. And the press is being put in its place as representatives of the people. The people are being put in their place. Shut up. I am speaking here. Right? And it's just one more example of what we need to be trying to change. One of your callers earlier on, talked about changes to our constitution.
Nobody, we're getting close to the time. Let's try to make it short. Thank you.
Okay, then in 30 seconds, you don't need a constitutional majority in the parliament to make the changes to our constitution. Robert Amal has launched his referendum program. That is one way. The other way is we need to educate every voter in this country that regardless of who goes into office next election, the only thing you want from them is changes to our constitution. Let them know that that's the only thing you're interested in, and it will happen. Okay.
Thank you, nobody.
We have some extra time, Cuff, but of course we do want to limit everyone's contribution.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for guiding that. Who's on the outside? The lines are open.
Good morning, caller.
Hey, Cuff, morning, Mikey, morning, boy.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning, my brother.
Hey, you see that camera must go talk. Mikey, well, I don't want to tell you where that coming from. That coming from Rowley, and some of them torches you and see people who take it. But like, I won't say that to get the station in trouble. But it's obviously you're doing it for free. The last time I saw up here in our Prime Minister place, like I saw Rowley on outside the Red House. His man didn't come out on the balcony when he was going to close on Carney. And see all the people assembled, you know. When he saw their faces, he gets so frightened, he run back inside. Rowley, I saw that on Rowley's face. when they was objected to the new president, right? So it's fair, only fair, Kamala. If you take a popular vote now right around the country, Mikey, I am a man about the place. Everybody, PNM people, especially you think, that man only that, I can't repeat what they didn't say. So the popular vote now, if you take it, is Kamala. So this is nasty, and them who, especially among UNC people, all these wishes to cry and all these fellas. Boy, them fellas wicked boy, man. But as you call us here earlier on, Kamala ain't going nowhere. And we only have to call the election because they're putting the pressure on him down in West Shore, you know. You have to call it and he go lose. Straightforward. You know that, Lennox know that, Andy know that. All of you know that.
And all right thinking citizens know that.
Thank you so much, caller.
Morning, welcome.
229-0251 or 239-5120. Dial those numbers.
Who's on the outside?
Now is your time to call in. You've been waiting.
This crime situation, I tell you.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous, isn't it?
Totally ridiculous. Dragging Tanti out of the car, rob Tanti.
It's
this one, they shooting that one is... Morning.
Good morning, caller.
Morning, caller, you there?
Good morning.
Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, and all my blessings to you, my brother.
Hey, same to you, my brother.
Okay, I don't know what happened there.
That was a short man, our partner. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, caller.
Yeah. I must say good morning to all.
Good morning.
Mikey and Liana Smith.
Yes, sir.
I was looking today that no one, I want to send Sunday, I could be up there. So if you come up there to try to intimidate Kamala, you have things to deal with. No one in this country will be forcing Kamala out of opposition leader, the next prime minister. I will be up this Sunday. I will be up this Sunday to protect the mother of this country. With PNM, with agents, who the hell express the abomination to abolish that? That evil, where you feel? You could take walk over, where you feel? You could take walk over. This Sunday, I'll be, will you come now? Will you come now? Come now. Move Kamala what? Move Kamala what? And put who? Put who? Who we going to put? Who we going to put? Oh, it's not snakes. Oh, it's not snakes. Why you come out? The three individuals who spoiled the ballot, come out and say who you are. Don't hide. Come out. Oh, you're ungrateful. You want to put some all your day. Oh, you want nothing without her. And she gave all your opportunity. And that's what you want to do. No one will be working with Dr. Rowley to remove Kamala as opposition leader, the next prime minister of this country. The mother of the nation must stay there. We know what's going on. What the election, we know what went on. And I want to say this. I am very concerned that Christine Kangaloo has to pick people to put in the ABC. I'm very concerned about that. I am very concerned about that. We know what's going on. In 2020, we know what's going on. We just see the man declare he win. ABC was still checking. The media was still checking and he declared he win. And we sit down and we react at that. So what do you come and do? Force Kamala out? Well, let them know. Let them know I'm back. I'm coming to defend Kamala. Where is she? Where are you going? I'm coming.
He's back.
Huh?
He is back.
Yeah, he's back. He's back, Mikey K. He's back.
He's back. He's back.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh boy. Who's on the outside?
Mikey K. Preacher here. I want to let the nation know that if you really believe in God and you understand the scripture biblical words, you don't put a demon to lead you. You put a person of integrity, spiritual knowledge, not a hater, and not one also to trample on young children, especially female. That record is still there. And we got to know, I'm talking all Christian body right now in this country, got to come forward to fight this battle against this heathen condition of one that take the very said Bible and swear by oath and deceive the people by their hate. God totally anointed us. And therefore, I am calling now on all Christian believers in this country that you say you are Christian people to put a heathenical leadership over your mind. I say again, rock on the other side and look for the clean way of the Jordan stream that leads to eternal life.
Thank you. Thank you there, preacher. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Thank you, caller. Next caller. Good morning.
Who's on the outside?
Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning to you guys and everyone who is locked on and in the country.
Yes.
I would like to bring something to the public's attention, which I did not know. I have bought tickets from Caribbean Airlines destined to departure for JFK, and on doing so, I had bought the tickets through the Caribbean Airlines app, and besides that, I have checked on all the restrictions and requirements. I have asked people who flied recently, and everything come back negative towards any restrictions to the US. And when I reached the airport to check in, they asked for vaccination cards, and I was caught with my pants down.
You had no vaccination card?
Hello?
Is that what he's saying? So
yeah.
You couldn't go any further?
Couldn't go any further?
That was it. That was it. So you had no vaccination card, and you weren't told about this. You weren't told about this prior. About this requirement prior.
Yes, I was not told about it prior. I've asked people who flied recently. They said that they're not asking for anything in the US. I've asked people down here who work in Caribbean Airlines. Nothing. Everything come back negative. I've reached the airport to board the plane, and they told me to ask for vaccination card. They said that is a requirement. Nowhere on the Caribbean Airlines app had anything with a red flag stating that you need a vaccination to travel to the US. No way. Right? So I've went to Caribbean Airlines. I've asked for a refund for my money. I paid $20,000 for 4 tickets, and they want to give me back 50%, which is $10,000. Understand? Prior to that, you have to follow.
Hey, call me after the program 366-3053, Mikey, because we have an issue with them kind of thing, but it's similar but not the same with tropical tours and them kind of thing with people
a tour company.
Yeah.
But if you're staying direct, so please take that number Andy gave you.
Call me
after. Reach out to us after the program.
And you will talk to me.
All right, okay, no problem.
366-3053, right?
All right, okay, cool, man. Thanks, yeah,
all right, man.
All right.
Yes, Andy. Yes, Pitbull.
Yes, boy. I listen to you there. Them people and them wicked. You wasn't supposed to be talking, so. Them come Kamala. Like if Kamala had the road bad. Like if Kamala has senior citizens and nothing. Like if Kamala borrowing money and nothing coming to we. And you are to guide them in the right direction. Wait, the direction is not Kamala? The direction is...
Andy, just a few months ago, we saw that the PNM is on the back rope. That they had to say, listen, we had to extend this local government term because they know the cocktail was booked. They know that. You think they don't know what they're doing? They know exactly what they're doing. You come in to talk about dragon gas, after the weekend, after when you made the comment about, hey, don't get the perception that everything is good, you know. There's some difficult times ahead. And things that you believe that you're entitled to, you will no longer be able to have access to that. And you have to adapt. You have to adapt to the changes. You who, according to one man yesterday, wearing a watch band right now because he tightened the belt to the point where he wearing a watch band. Everybody has made changes. And I'm certain you people saying to themselves, oh God, well, how much more? Well, what more we going to do? How much more I going to cut back? What I going to live on? How I going to survive? What about shelter? What about food? What about my children? You asking yourself that? And then you come now and you backtrack and you have this press conference. West Georgia, could I come and talk that? He's the energy minister. But you come to beat your chest. You come to say, well, hey, listen, man, I know I tell all this something about 3 days or 2 days ago, but I come to tell all you know, better days are coming. But when? What better days? And again, what has this Rowley PNM taxing, lying, thieving government done? What have they signed on? What program, what policy they have brought forward? So many in secrecy with these NDAs, Andy. What have they ever brought to the table that has benefited us for the last 7+ years? What?
Talk, Mikey, talk!
This deal is no different, Andy. Everybody asking, well, and PNM people running. Hey, nobody in bad talking in Trinidad and Tobago going to get money. Nobody in bad talking that. Because we need the money. The problem we have is when the money come, the people who managing the money and compounded with the fact that we know when we hear a lie. One thing Rowley and this taxing, lying, thieving government taught us is that we know how to, when we hear a lie, we could spot a lie a mile away. Because the only people this is going to benefit is America, the United States of America. Why? Because at the end of the day, the gas will enable Trinidad to start up the Point Lisa's industries to begin production of methanol, which is fertilizers and ammonia. And the U.S. agricultural sector needs that to increase food production and subsequently have an adequate food supply at reduced prices for their citizens. I want to repeat that again.
What, boy, Mikey?
The U.S. agricultural sector needs this to increase food production and subsequently have an adequate food supply at reduced prices for their citizens, not the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And that's what the gas will do. It will start up the Point Lisa's industries to begin production of methanol, fertilizers, and ammonia. We have nothing to benefit there. So when Rowley come and consider this a great achievement, it's really a slap in the face of the regime. Because after the Ukraine conflict and the 2 years expiration of this contract, the U.S. coming again to enforce sanctions to get rid of Maduro, because everything's stable again, So this has nothing to do with benefiting the people of Trinidad and Tobago for no 2 years. The only people benefiting again is themselves, their friends, their family, and their finances, because there's work and it's all kind of work. Because one thing, he can't tell us when we go see a dollar. He can't tell us when it will be up and running, when we go start to see things going. But he can tell us there's a lot of engineering work, a lot of logistical work. You know what that means? That means people who have to get contract for everything, all the downstream work and what have you. Even people who have franchises to fried chicken that was able to buy companies for pennies on the dollar, them go benefit. That's why a certain man who was in the PP government as a senator could brag and say, good move, Rowley. You know why? Because I work for he and the people and the boys and them. This is about people lining their pockets. It has nothing to do with us. And when anything is produced, it is to help the U.S. agricultural sector stabilize their food prices, not ours. We have nothing to get. Understand that?
Oh,
you
sir.
better off trying to get a dragon from the what? Man, listen, man. The Game of Thrones have better dragons than that deal.
Trinidad!
Stand your ground. Push back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Why you telling Mikey that, Rowley? Rowley don't afraid nobody, But
Nah,
why Rowley? why Rowley tell?
Confident.
And I have to listen to that foolishness.
But he ain't lie, Rowley.
And I have to listen to that foolishness.
What Mikey say was foolish there, Rowley?
And I have to listen to that foolishness.
Man, boy, Mikey, what we go say?
He's always upset.
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't go and watch these Casabon paintings. Why he does not take pictures and put it on his phone and he painting? So every time that the meter start to go off and there's a red flag with the hypertension, calm down, watch the painting. You take a whole year. This is not a year of serving the people, you know. This is a year about manipulating the system, trying to intimidate people, buy as much people to come across in the red as possible, and to try to see how best they could pull off an election. This entire year is a year of mischief. If you've heard lies before, I want you to compound that by 100 million times over. This year, 2023, they have already started campaigning. Whether it's library in La Horquetta, whether it's this they're going to build here, whether it's that they're going to build there, all of a sudden they want you to get the perception that, oh God, money coming. They have money. You see that thing Rowley talk about? We could bank on that. No, the U.S. agricultural sector could bank on that, not you. And at the same time, our own farmers, I don't know if Kazim Hussain, I don't know what he's doing. But our same farmers are begging for all of those fertilizers and what have you. And on top of that, they have no access roads. They ain't put in no access roads. So you want people to go and farm, but they can't get to the crops. Tell me how that makes sense. Come on, man. Who's on the outside here?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You couldn't say it better than that. You couldn't say it better than that at all. You couldn't say it better than that.
The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, and I have to listen to that foolishness. The people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, and I have to listen to that foolishness.
What we go say? The lines open, Trinidad and Tobago. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Jesus. Morning to all prophet, Mighty K, Andy, and Cuff, and Lennox Smith. Two things I want to talk to Trinidad and Tobago, and I want you all to be witness of. When AGC workers reap the benefit of a pension plan was under Jolene John and the UNC government. Although half of us was PNM at that time, but we get a pension that where we could enjoy at the age of 60. The biggest back pay that pay is under the UNC government with Camilla. I want AGC workers to remember this. We even get 4 back pay that some of the workers that I work with, some of them young people could have buy a little second-hand car, roll on, roll off. That was a blessing because whether the PNM say they was thieving, they was sharing. Now, this government gain everybody an impression they ain't thieving, but well racket running. They ain't sharing. And the PNM people now, I want, that is me and Mikey and Andy, people are talking to now. If Manning could have fired Rowley and all of we was PNM and we acknowledge Manning firing Rowley, why now we PNM can't fire Rowley for the wickedness that he doing and destroying the name of PNM? All you have a blessed day.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Cuff, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, I'm seeing Abigail Jonathan is saying imported tomatoes are cheaper than the local tomatoes. Make that make sense, you know.
Oh boy, where Abigail on? What part of social media she's on?
She's on Facebook.
Oh, Abigail on Facebook?
Yeah.
Mikey, what do they say about that? They say imported tomatoes.
Abigail is correct.
She correct.
And they're going to continue to try to stabilize the prices there. They're going to deal with that. Biden has his election to deal with. He don't have time to take on Rowley and whatever the PNM say. They have their own business to fix. And any deal that they cut in, I just guarantee this to benefit them first and foremost before we even see a trickle of it take place. They're only excited because their friends and their finances will get work. But at the end of the day, we have nothing to show when it's all said and done. So Abigail is correct. That makes sense. They don't sell a head of lettuce again, you know. They sell it by the leaves now. 10 leaves for $7. There's leaves you're going to get. What are you going to get?
So much you paying for one leaf of lettuce?
It's about 75 cents, 50 cents for one leaf. Peppers are sky high. You talk about peppers? Peppers, you know, peppers so expensive, Royal Castle and no pepper sauce. I used to tell you. It's a Royal Castle with no pepper sauce. I ain't lying. Ask the people, all the people, Real Media family, all of them who locked on, whether it's YouTube, wherever, they go tell you, it's our peppers expensive. Yeah. Unless you make some seasoning, grind up some seasoning, you can't afford that. Can't afford that. The chicken come out of the oven looking like an albino. No coloring, nothing, or no season, nothing at all. Salt and pepper like if you outside camping in your own house. It has no taste in your food. You getting scared and think you have COVID. You can't afford seasoning.
What? This hour?
Trinidad and Tobago.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, you know. Although what's me what Mikey saying real serious, you know. But boy, I rather let somebody tell me it like that, boy. Why could laugh at something I have no choice, boy? They think to cry over boy cough.
It's painful, you know?
Yeah.
You can't even eat your food with pepper sauce anymore.
Man, and the man lie, when your chicken come out your stove, it's like a albino, you wanna know if it went to the gym. Chicken losing weight more than obesity.
It has a 6-pack on the chicken.
Yeah, boy. Let me go to the line, see all here. Oh, Lord. Oh, shucks, boy. Let me take some calls here.
Hello.
Caller, go ahead, caller. Caller, go ahead. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Pity Valley. Andy and Lennox Smith and my 2K. All they need to stop appease the PNM supporters. If the leader of the PNM say we have to win off the government and they support that, what make all your feel they will change? If the leader raised gas 4 times and they didn't riot yet, what make all your feel or they could go and convince them to vote different? Focus on the people that only lose seats in the last time. These are the people that are not brainwashed. The PNM supporters brainwashed. Forget Diego Martin, forget Port of Spain, forget them areas. Them brainwashed forever. You understand?
Yes, caller, next caller, yes. Morning, caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning, caller?
Morning, Andy, Mikey K, Lennox, and God.
Morning.
You know, talking about the chicken. But listen now, if you're frying something, any little thing you're frying with the oil, you notice the oil is turned black and thick. You could take a napkin and actually pull it out. The oil is real black. What causing that all that down in your system? Yes, all you try it. When all you finish fry anything, it could be plantain, anything or what. Just watch the oil in that pot. It's black and it's getting you upset.
Yes. See people had to talk out, you know.
Makes me wonder.
Them see people who wanted to talk out, but they know that they get the energy today, boy. Yes.
Maybe they are putting the protein.
Because this is what people living in
for the
land.
chicken and the oil.
They live in this on a daily basis, you know.
Yeah.
Stew chicken right now come like, you know, when you go to bazaar and it had something called punch board. When you pull up hoping that you get a prize.
Yeah.
That's what stew chicken come like. Because you had to take one chicken and cut it to the point to put away a half of that and make a stew. And when you dip that spoon, you hoping when you dip that spoon, you don't just get gravy, you know, you get some piece of the chicken. That come like punch board. That's what's going on. You have to share a tin of corned beef and make up the rest with cabbage in between. the corned beef playing hide and seek, it hiding behind you. You hope when you move the cabbage, you see a corned beef, a piece at least. That's what's going on. Your food playing hide and seek. You eat it and you say, I know I had a piece of something here behind this rice. Oh God, it's still, yes, it's there. Because you ain't sure. That is what's going on. That is how you're living. How many of y'all used to go and buy your meat in advance? You're hoping by Sunday morning you have $1, you can go and take some shame off your face and go by the meat shop and get something. That's the facts. That's reality. That's where you're living. And you keep changing and you have to adapt, and all they're telling you is keep making changes. Keep making changes. But their life, there's no changes made for that. They still have Uncle Ben rice. They're still talking about where they're going on vacation for the summer and where they're going to spend Christmas. When you could send pictures. Them sending out thing. Them sending out, yeah. When you send out thing. You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
With an empty table. Them sending you pictures of them vacationing somewhere in Barbados, somewhere in Europe. And you here catching your aunt, uncle, and then that's the fact.
Man, let me go to the lines, man.
Who's on the outside?
Yes.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
And annoying me in the intervening period. You know what time I get up in the morning? I go to bed between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at daybreak. And when I get up nervous many times. Because what's going to happen to us as a people today? And all of a sudden they're concerned about debt in the country. They're concerned about who hungry. They're concerned about who's starving. They're concerned about... Just give me a break. Thank you very much. Let us leave it to choice, and who live, live, and who dead, dead. A code, a mafiosi code. We keep each other's secret. It's only when you break rank, you go there and expose us, and for that, we're going to kill you politically. It's the code of the Cosa Nostra. As long as we stay together, we will survive together. And we agree not to breach the code of secrecy.
Well, that is so cliched. I'm not really trying to interfere with the bridge between the rich and the poor, because there's nothing wrong with the rich getting richer, but the poor must come out of poverty. Right? So
well, that's kind of bridging the gap, you know.
That is the equation. It's not a seesaw where one has to go down for the other one to come up. You have to find a way that you encourage the rich to get richer, because in getting richer, they create opportunities for the poor. Opportunity. And of course, if one wants to take advantage of opportunities that are made available, one has to prepare oneself, right, to make the sacrifice, to make the effort, because out of effort will come reward. So it's not a simple up and down situation. It is that you have a target of ensuring that no one is left behind and that there's opportunity for everyone to move up.
People of this country are quite correctly holding this government accountable to secure the country and to make you feel safe. Right now, the Ministry of National Security is the largest single allocation in the national budget. We are losing the war against the criminal element, but you hold the government accountable, and the government must be held accountable. The country is awash in blood. There isn't a news item in this country where there isn't a good chance that a major part of the news is who killed who. We're taking the advice from you, the people, and when you have had enough of what we have done, you know exactly what to do. You know what to do. We're taking the advice from you, the people, and when you have had enough of what we have done, you know exactly what to do. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You know what to do. We are losing. I was going to the Oval one evening, and I stopped as it was drizzling, and war against the criminal element. But you hold the government accountable, and the government must be held accountable. And when you was on, and on that radio station, which wasn't my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in,
a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves called the Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty. As a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago? Election or no election. And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
The price of fuel by 15%. I then realized that was not enough. I came back again in April and I raised it again by 15%. And I came back again just a few weeks ago and raised it by another 15%. They haven't rioted yet. So I might raise it by another 15% in April of next year.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Hey,
we had to do that after. We had to do that, Mikey. To remind the people we're telling laughter. In every good thing is a good humor, but we had to let them also know how serious it is. And you came well, man.
That's right, it's real.
You came well, you came
and
well.
You're seeing people walking around there smiling. They're under real pressure, you know. They just don't want to give in to the pressure. They say to themselves, but you see me? Listen, we don't even have the luxury of being depressed. We can't even afford being depressed. That's to tell you how serious this thing is. The minute we blink and we only give up for 1 second, that's the end of it. You got to try your best. So people laughing and they're talking and they're trying, but listen, they're under real pressure. Don't let that fool you. They're under, you know, it's a party, it's a people telling me, and I'm sure you've heard it, they're going to a big fete and the vibe's not even there. The vibe's not even there. You spending your $1,200 and $1,500, $2,000, whatever, and you're going and you don't even have the vibe. Them fellas and them so good, they even take.
They even what? Them fellas so good. They even what? Robert Amaris in studio, but go ahead, you go ahead by time while he's setting up here.
Yeah, they even take the vibes from the people. That's how serious they are. Bolt, you can't call me when I'm on the air, Bolt.
So, Mikey, people ain't feeling the fed, they ain't getting the vibes because Rowley and the PNM take the vibes and all for the party.
Vibes and all. I used to tell you the vibe. And right-thinking citizens, you know what they're saying? Right-thinking citizens saying, you know, when you see the Merry Monarch gone, it's we to catch, you know. Because Rowley and them using this year, or, you know, don't be surprised, every Monday morning, they're coming with something, you know. Their target now is Kamala Persad-Bissessar. They have people who working for them. This entire year is to try to see how best they could prepare themselves for whatever election, you know. And it wouldn't be based on their accomplishments, because you know better than that. It could never be about healthcare, because you're still lying on the ground, and we still have family members dying on the wards and under tents. It can't be about infrastructure, because you take a short drive and you ain't too sure if your shocks will remain in your car or whatever, your tire gone. So much of us driving around with slow leaks because of potholes, right? It can't be about the education system, because you want to hide who is the top person. Imagine that. You have a problem with that because you want to hide the fact that you're not moving our students to be able to compete on the global market. It can't be on anything. So the only thing they could find, Andy, is the mischief, the undermining, and the fact that they want to hold everybody to tighten the belt except themselves. And that is what it's all about. And this year is you're going to see it play out this year. Because after this year, it's straight campaign anyhow you take it. So they start campaigning early. They campaigning right now.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Trinidad Tobago. We seen you all. You all are calling in your thousands of you all are calling. But here it is, coming up next. The Forum. Yes.
Robert Amar with the Forum. Don't forget later on tonight, 8:30, our very own Lennox Smith with, of course, Corridor Transformation. And the Forum is up next. Folks, until tomorrow, we're out there. Andy, Lennox, Cuff, everybody, stay focused. Stay focused. And don't forget, of course, there's also a press conference this morning, so you don't want to miss that. The opposition media briefing at 11 a.m. with Dr. Tim Gopi Singh, MP Rushton Parry, and Kavish Sudial.
And Sunday, I want to attend Congress on Sunday. See all them people who complaining. Yeah, where it is. Sunday have Congress. What time? Give them the information with Congress. I and all feel are going Congress on Sunday. Are going Congress this Sunday.
This Sunday, January 29th, 3 p.m., Kuva Multi-Purpose Hall. Registration is from 2 p.m. and the live broadcast of the political leaders' address is from 4:30 p.m. You don't want to miss this. Come out, everybody. Come out as we move forward. And again, stay focused.
Nice. So coming up next, the forum with yours truly, Robert Amar. Trying to make good thanks very much for gracing us with your ears, your heart. Thanks so much for doing that for us on 104.7 More FM and on the Ground Report here. Don't switch that dial at all. But remember, after God, family comes first. Be safe on the nation potholes. I want to say roads, but I say be safe on the nation potholes. It'll be very hard to stay safe on the nation potholes because them pothole and them get kind of next time zone. But until tomorrow morning, please God, yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio, on behalf of the Ground Report team, we are out of here.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited.